Runway.
Yo, happy Friday. Welcome to the MalloryBrosPodcast. We on episode 141. Sorry. Sorry. And I was doing so well, but you know, you're right. Who am I to think we would actually have some, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyway.
Shit on us further.
It's Friday. Hope everybody enjoyed their week. It's been a long week, I feel like. We have just entered the month of March. If you listen to this, it's March 3rd. Turn up. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. But yeah, definitely been a, I'm not going to say eventful week, but 100% it's been a week. 100%. And shout out to all of the Pisces. We just entered Pisces season. Well, not just entered, but as of the 20s, it's Pisces season. Wifey's a Pisces. B-Day coming up, bae. Wifey's a Pisces sounds like a line.
She's so spicy. Sound like your man used to rap Kanye in 2003.
Okay.
But yeah, we had a festive week, or weekend. Shout out to everybody that walked in DC Fashion Week. Big shout out to all of the brands that showed up for DC Fashion Week.
Yep.
Shout out to my boy Denzel, who's a day one supporter of mine, and it just feels good to be a supporter of his through his entire journey. Generation Typo, y'all have seen me with my red bag on the story, and that new collect. That joint serious.
Man, I'm telling you, that was such a great fashion show. I haven't been to a fashion show in like, I can't even tell you when I went to a real one. So, I went into it thinking one thing or thinking one way, but once I got there and I saw the models walking, I said, damn, you know what? This shit takes some courage. Like, this shit takes some fucking guts to do. To like, because I'm not going to lie, I'm looking at every model in their face, right? I'm looking in their face. I see the bottom of your chin when you walk by. The way I look, and I said, damn, hold up. I'm just like in motherfuckers' grill. But then I'm like, hold up, though. But they didn't even like flinch that I'm doing that. And I'm like, you know what? I told Terrell, I think, shout out to my boy Denzel, Generation Typo, turn up. But I'm trying to be in that next show. I'm trying to rip the runway. I'm trying to be like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm trying to have my heart race. And then,
But you know you're not supposed to look at nobody.
next.
You're supposed to
You
have
know?
that stoic. And you can't.
Let me say this. You go next. I'm trying to have my heart race. And it's like, oh shit, I'm about to go. And then I go and then like, I might smile. I might look at motherfuckers, but like I want to get that. I want to put that off my bucket list. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to walk. I told Terrell, like, and I'm in the gym too. So low key,
You trying to get your saucy Santana on?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
You talk a lot of shit, but let me see if you can. You know what I'm saying? Let me see
I don't
if
know.
you can
I didn't know.
walk,
I don't have
walk,
his. I don't have
walk.
him in my.
You
my
immediately
library.
you immediately thought
I
about
don't know
something?
his tracks. I wouldn't hear a song and say, "Oh, this is Saucy Santana." I don't know his songs. You're wicked. You're wicked.
Y'all
You
know y'all
standing
heard-
in the. You said that mean when you hear that, you're the one standing there like, is this that Saucy Santana joint? Turn that up.
Everybody know that nigga song, bro.
You trying to be on your Saucy
And
Santana?
that's
Never
what
asked me that ever in your life. What you talking about?
He made that song about Rolling Ray, and it became a hit record. It was supposed to be a diss record. You didn't know that? That's why he says, yeah, ho, yeah, you know, I know that you can talk. You talk a lot of shit, but let me see if you can walk. And they started walking. It became a hit. Hey.
I had no idea. So that's a diss on disabled people.
It's a terrible, the track has terrible
So if
meaning.
you in a wheelchair, John, like I could just send you that track and you know what's up.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah. Yes.
That
But
video
Terry,
should be taken down. That's
it
fucked
should,
up.
but you know what? That leads to a point
I'm
that
yelling.
this girl was making about, you know, I don't want to leave DC Fashion Week. Listen to what I'm going to say before I move on. I actually vlogged the whole fashion show. My experience, our drip, what we wore. And just letting y'all know, I have 3 vlogs done. 3. First one will be out hopefully in the next couple of days. And then the next ones will come out.
Troy, why not just do it?
Because I'm letting motherfuckers, because they already done. They're literally uploaded. I just got to put them out.
Just do it.
This
Just
motherfucker
do.
mad because guess how many vlogs he has done?
Make like a mountain and do.
And do. Hey, but look,
just make like a mountain and do.
You know that what you just said about the walk thing. People don't be knowing the origin of shit. We just go by what people do.
Bro, until just now, that's funny as shit.
Think about you seen the girls, all the pretty girls do the this boy be in my DM say I'm pretty. Mm-hmm. That sound. Mm-hmm. This girl posted it was like, wow, this is another sound that's, appropriating a marginalized group, because this song was originally about a woman who this boy was in her DM saying she's pretty because he was afraid to tell her that she was pretty out loud or something like that. Okay. And it was like, all right, but when people found this sound,
so how was it like fucked up?
Because basically it's a poem. I forget the name of the group. But apparently they have a tiny desk.
Like the second part is like.
So basically she's saying this boy in my DM say I'm pretty. And it's basically saying he tells me I'm pretty in the PM because he can't tell me in the AM or something like that. It's basically about like not being able to love this black woman out loud.
Oh, but now we took
But now you take all the pretty privileged chicks and the white girls and everybody else is just saying that. But
they're just using the one part like he's in her DMs just saying she's pretty, but really they forgetting that it's like about.
But that's my point.
That's like me.
But Terrence, that's my point. I don't think nobody knew it was about that. Think about it. Sometimes you could original sound. You don't know.
That's like if I just put. Well, nah, I ain't gonna say that.
You getting ready to say something very
good parts of songs that you can just totally disregard the other half of it, and then it wouldn't be. All right, look. Don Toliver dropped a great album this last weekend. Or last weekend, I should say. Shout out to everybody who's listening to the music that dropped last night. If you tuned in, I don't know what's dropping this Friday. I think there's new. I wish I knew.
You talking about something coming out this Friday?
Yeah, tonight.
J. Cole got a song coming out with BTS.
Dreamville has the Creed 3 soundtrack. We did the last Dreamville joint that they did for Creed. They did the last joint.
We didn't do the one for Creed 2. We did the one for Creed 1.
Nah, Troy, that was Creed 2.
This motherfucker don't know.
The joint with Future, the joint with LMA?
Creed 2 soundtrack. We did.
Right. So
2018.
what you talking about? So what'd you say?
We did a vlog. Our second vlog was going to see Creed in theater. Our second vlog was called Was Creed Any Good?
Wow, we really been down with this man, Michael B. Jordan. Uh-huh. We're going to get to Michael B. Jordan. But anyway, this past week, Don Toliver's album came out, Love Sick. Reactions up on Patreon. Go and check that out. Shout out to the Realest 9 and check that out. But
absolutely,
I think that was some great music on that album. There's a lot of tracks on there that I go back and listen to that I felt like I've replayed. But aside from Don Toliver, there's a lot of music that dropped last weekend. We got the
this motherfucker's the King.
Sorry, I'm trying to think about the music that dropped because I really don't know.
Did you like it?
I'm actually also the only person who's saying anything.
I'm letting you get your shit off.
Oh, now he's letting me get my shit off.
Because he wants to cry anytime somebody else say anything.
Now he's letting me get my shit off. Okay.
You look a little close to that edge, player. There you go.
We had Yeet drop, Nudie drop. You got that Key Glock glaucoma. And we still plan on doing those too.
Yep.
But definitely a big weekend for music in a year where we have not really gotten any music.
Yeah. The Yeet was an experience. Shout out to him. He's probably gonna have the biggest week in terms of what he's gonna do.
Is he?
Yeah. He's trending between 80 and 90 now. Bro, the kid fuck with him, bro. He's trending to do like 80, 90K now. Between 60 and 90.
60 and 90K?
Yeah. I mean, it just speaks to his impact with the young crowd. It was cool. If you seen our reaction, it's also on Patreon. That jump was rough.
Nah, that listen was definitely rough. It was definitely rough, that listen.
But it did feel good to get music again. Not music again, but like have some drops. People were saying, y'all, it hasn't been a dry, what did somebody say? It hasn't been a dry start in music. Y'all just only listen to mainstream artists.
Okay.
Nigga, it was dry. It was not a bunch of shit coming out just because you and your favorite artist that's in your hometown dropped.
I get what people say about the mainstream thing because it was dry mainly for mainstream. I mean, a lot of people did dry. I get it. People could say that it was a shitty football season last year in the NFL. and you could feel like it was a great season, but they could have had a team that went 2-10. You know?
Okay.
So people's experience is different. So you're right. If your favorite artists aren't dropping, you're gonna feel like. So that's why I'm like, when people say stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, I can't listen to everybody, but the people that I do listen to, you see Snoop Dogg on Wheel of Fortune.
What'd he do?
He was just guessing everything wrong, bro. Well, that was it, yeah. I was just saying Don Toliver's album, I just fucked with it, you know.
His
Favorite
album
track,
was
Cinderella. Yeah.
You know what? That Company Part 3.
Company Part 3. Bro, I like a lot of tracks on that joint. Private Landing.
And it had a little bit of a
Justin Bieber
mix.
joint.
It had a mixed response, believe it or not. Like, we liked it, but there's a lot of people that didn't like it. And you said you understood some of the people because of what they were looking for.
I just understand that it's a slower album. It's not the fast pace, or we didn't get, like Terrell said, we didn't get a lot of No Idea, or we didn't get a Can't Say type vibe on every track. Most of them was like him kind of using his vocals. So the people that like them other tracks, I get it.
People confuse me, though, because people were like, Life of a Don is what we wanted. And I'm like, okay, so on that joint, we had the Swinging on Westheimer, Drugs and Hella Melodies,
I think
2 a.m.
The way that Don,
We had a bunch of, to me, like the slow type tracks on that, too.
I think it's the way the album was sequenced. The way that album is sequenced, bro, that album to me is perfect. I don't care what nobody says. Life of a Don is a perfect album. Like, he did not miss on that album. He didn't. Somebody was like, bro, point to a bad song on that album.
I'm not going to say there's a bad song on this album, but there's a few skips.
There's that album to me, you don't have to skip shit for real. But look, that's me. That's my opinion. I get it. Y'all might be like, he's tripping. I saw somebody say that Life of a Don they didn't like. If you don't know who Don Toliver is, check him out, man. Like, he's a great artist that I feel like is coming up under Travis Scott. He's like a Travis Scott build, you know? You know how if you were to run into the Gross Sisters in the store, right?
I would not
So,
call him
let me say this.
I would not call him a Travis Scott build.
Okay.
That's just blasphemous to say. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead. What was you getting ready to say? You run into the grocery store? Go ahead.
It's cool. Because what's the point?
Terrence, go ahead and say it.
What's the point of saying this shit?
This nigga's being a diva. Just say what you had to say.
Who's being a diva for real?
I said one thing. Go ahead.
It's just annoying when you saying something and then somebody say something and then now you gotta like stop and talk again.
Wow, this nigga does so much when he does the same thing. Just talk.
Okay, yeah, I do the same thing. I'm sorry.
You said Don Toliver was a Travis Scott build. Do you not know Travis Scott? You're Jack Boys, but you're not Travis.
It's like, you know what's annoying when you didn't say that, but this person thinks you're saying that, and because they didn't let you finish what you were saying,
did you not?
They're just trying to tell you, I know you ain't saying he's this, and it's like if you would have just shut your fucking mouth,
because
you would have understood that I wasn't even about to say that.
You just so said out of your mouth, he's a Travis Scott build, and then you want to gloss over that and start talking about the grocery store. Hold up.
So do you think that grocery store? Do you think that you're right? Like, do you think, oh, he ain't no Travis Scott build? All right, bet. So, like, if I said that in front of a bunch of people, you think they wouldn't agree?
I think everybody would say, okay, well, what do you mean by he's a Travis Scott build?
I think, obviously, what that sounds like is he is. I said, y'all should check him out. He's a great artist coming up under Travis Scott. He's a Travis Scott build. Like, when you think of the Travis Scott build, right? Like, I'm not saying that he is Travis Scott just like Travis Scott, but he is legit on the Travis Scott umbrella. What I was about to say is if you would have run into the Gross Sisters, somewhere you would see that all of them were blue, but if you saw one of them by themselves, they would still be blue. Like, all right, I know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, you know what I'm saying? This person. If you don't think that Don Toliver is in a Travis Scott universe, are you kidding me?
I think he exists in that. I think he does, but I don't think he's a Travis Scott
he's like
build.
He's like a Monstar. Like Travis Scott is a Monstar. I bet. Bow. So is Don Toliver. There's nobody. There's nobody like Travis Scott. Like, all right, if you don't think that he's a Travis Scott build, then who is?
That's why I said that. That's you tried to go all diva mode, but I said that's blasphemous to say. I don't think you're not just gonna get a Travis Scott build because of the way he make his music. Don Toliver is in that same camp. But like you said, Monstars had different builds.
Right.
One nigga was short and fat, and one nigga was tall.
And all I was saying was, look, I was never saying that he was Travis. I was just saying that he's in the same universe.
If you 2K niggas say, I got a LeBron build, you mean you have a nigga that's built like LeBron. That's what I thought you meant.
But I'm not going to say that he is LeBron and can do what LeBron does. And if a nigga says he ain't LeBron and can't nobody play like LeBron, all right, nigga, we get it, but I built a nigga like LeBron.
But he's
irritating ass nigga.
He's not built like Travis Scott. This nigga's not Travis.
That is an irritating ass nigga that has to come out and say that. Anyway, can we move on from this, Terrell?
Bet. Michael B. Jordan. Do we have to play the clip? Let's just talk about it. Everybody's heard it.
It's not that long.
Did you hear
gotta
that
play it. You gotta play it, Terrell.
On the Hustle Show, we got Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The Corny Kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say I said we used to make fun of the name. But, yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. On the Hustle Show, we got Mike.
All right, bet.
Terrell didn't think we needed to play the
clip
audio.
Y'all heard 1,000 times this week.
It doesn't matter what if you didn't hear it 1,000 times this
But if you don't know, for some reason, because you live under a rock, that's
You're
Michael B.
welcome.
Jordan. Creed 3 is in theaters this weekend. Shout out to Brody.
On it.
But that's a clip of a red carpet event that he was at, where a woman that he went to school with decided, I'm sorry, not decided, but was interviewing him, and he decided to remind her that they, during their time at school together, he was the corny kid, and now he's who he is. And honestly,
They seen the video all of this time, but they needed you to say that what happened.
Terrence, you just had to,
My
go
bad,
and find a video to play it.
My bad, y'all.
Everybody has heard. So basically, you've all seen the video.
You're real
And-
spicy this episode, boy.
I am.
And you in this joint dressed like a rocker, boy. Fuck out of here. This nigga dressed like he work at Hot Topic like shit, boy. You mad as shit for your shift. You the manager. That's why you dress. Y'all see how you dress?
And you got on a Lewis.
You dress just like the nigga that works at the Rock. You work at the Rock concert, but you run it.
You look like
Weird,
you got
man.
on a Lewis Hamilton fit. You look like you race cars, but you at the football game today. He gets on my nerves. But y'all, Michael B. Jordan, this whole thing sent the internet in a tizzy about, you know, is he corny, you know. But honestly, this is what I'll say. I'll stop. I think.
Maybe you shouldn't start, because I don't know what the fuck you're saying right now.
Now, yeah, you go ahead and start then, because whenever I get myself, you say, look, I couldn't even get a word in. Go ahead. Fat bottle ass, boy. That joint shaped like your head. This thick ass bottle you got, boy.
Let me tell y'all. Ever since I got this bottle, I be drinking way more water. Because you're prioritized. Like, the bottle feels good. I've been a bottle dude.
You look like a bottle, boy. You shaped like Dead Pop.
You really shouldn't be talking with this fucking jacket that you have on. You look very...
Terrence, can we talk about the Michael B. Jordan?
Okay.
ADHD nigga.
Terrell wants to get on here, and I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Fuck this lame ass nigga. Anyway, my man Michael B. Jordan just made history this past weekend. For real, we keeping it a Hondo. My man made some history. That video, hey look, all the memes y'all got out there, right? Oh, we adding this one. This a dub for us. All of the videos, all the clips out there, all the L's we took, fellas. It's cool. But guess what? We got ourselves a W with this joint, and that's an undeniable W. Hey, fellas, y'all talk to y'all girl about it? Or talk to the ladies in y'all life. Y'all sister, y'all notice how they didn't really have shit to say?
Yeah, I mean...
How they didn't really,
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw it. Oh, yeah, you didn't want to say? You didn't want to talk about that? You ain't want to talk about that? Corny Kid, right? I got my shit on for a couple of times. You see the Michael B. Jordan shit? Corny Kid, right?
A lot of people could resonate with that clip.
Bro, this is what I wanted to say. Shout out to my man Michael B. Jordan. That's his story. You want to know why? Because we here for my movie that I directed, that I produced, that I starred in. So low-key, when you star, direct, produce...
Nah, yeah, you the man I'm the man out here.
I got my cojones in my hand. I'm walking around with my nuts in my hand.
Yeah.
I just got my nuts.
Okay, all right.
That's how I walk around this carpet. Is my face on this all the posters out here? You interviewing me? Oh, you got lined up for
I feel like
one.
she knew too. You could just kind of hear to her voice that she kind of knew. Like,
No, hold
I'm
on,
about
wait,
to
Terrell.
interview this nigga. who we went to school together.
She set herself up. I'm gonna let you go though, but I'm gonna talk about that.
All I was gonna say is, not trying to like serious us out, but it's a lot of people that grew up in public school, and like I can just say for myself, and Terrence, you can chime in too.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up in PG County, public school, you just see a lot of shit. You experience a lot, and then some of your experience don't come from shit that happened directly to you, but shit that you see.
Okay.
I've been in a classroom where the dude who not that cool come in and people laugh. You know what I'm saying? Or he do something stupid and people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Or he do something that, you know, and the cool kids laugh at. The kids that people think are cooler or more confident or more socially, whatever, they laugh. You don't forget what that sound like. You ever walk in somewhere and feel like people talking about you?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, these motherfuckers talking about me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget when I had that fucked up haircut in 7th grade. I felt so bad all day. Dad really fucked me up that day.
He did. That was the start of all of it, though. That's when we said, fuck this nigga. We gonna cut our own.
We
hair.
all cutting our own hair. Exactly. That's the story. I don't know if anybody knows that. Just a real quick insert. When I was in 7th grade, my dad cut Terrence's hair, and he was so tired that he was like, dude, I'll just finish yours tomorrow when I get off of work. And I'm thinking,
I gotta go to school.
Y'all know how you get a fade and they do the starting line? That's how I went to school. And I remember we used to have to go in that auditorium in the morning when you got the bus.
Auditorium.
And they dismiss you from the bleachers. And I had to walk in front of everybody like that. And the lady said, take that hood off. Oh my God, I was so embarrassed. Anyway.
He's reliving trauma right now.
I tell my dad about that to this day. Who's Siri going off? Anyway.
Literally no one.
But look though, I know, right? Crazy as shit.
That's how you know we're being watched.
Yeah.
I don't understand. They like, shit. They somewhere like that. They won't
But look, y'all,
notice.
listen to this. I remember.
Seriously.
Terrence, look. I remember.
What's going on here?
Terrence, listen. I remember how the cool girls used to move. You know what I'm saying? You in a class with a chick, right? She's one of the baddest chicks in the school. Mm-hmm. It's a nigga that's next to you that's not really that cool, but he do all his work. Remember they used to mess with the nigga? Because they knew he wasn't cool, but they wanted to copy his paper?
Or they would, yeah. I used to
You know what I'm
see the
saying?
games he play.
But look, imagine this nigga grows up to be Michael B. Jordan. GQ sexiest man of the year. Right direct, and I run into you?
I run into the person that told me I was corny.
I'ma make you feel it.
I'm not letting it slide one. Then this is what I was gonna say. She lined herself up for that. And I'm gonna tell you how you lined yourself up because I've watched it happen to me. Pay attention close what she said if you go back and listen. Since y'all heard the clip all week and I can't play the audio but once. Go back and listen to the very first thing she said. I'm gonna tell y'all. She said, "What's up, y'all? It's your girl, whatever. I'm here with Michael B. Jordan. He's the director. We go way back. Hold up. Let's pause it right there. Freeze frame.
Uh-huh.
You know?
That's the setup right there.
You're talking to the nigga you called corny, and he probably was going to let you slide all the way up to, and you know we go way back. Oh, we go back? Because if I go back, Corny Kid, right? Corny Kid? That's what you talking about? You talked about it. Like we watched Joe Budden talking about how, nah, nigga, you corny for bringing that shit up. You Michael B. Jordan. Did I bring it up? Or did she just try to use the fact that you're right, I am Michael B. Jordan. But she knows that. And for a little small opportunity of clout chasing, you took it. You
She
like
took
the
the bait,
fish.
yeah.
You like the fish that saw it, and now your ass in Long John Silver's.
Yeah.
Now you have Long John Silver's.
Coming up out of that water.
It's like, we go way back. And I said, that's happened to me before. I met girls that I went to school with, and I remember when I was in school, it was nothing. But when you see me, oh, what's up, twin? Yeah, I know him. We used to go to school together. Corny Kid, right? Corny Kid. Funny as shit.
Y'all know, we grew up in an era where, you know, dread niggas had all the bitches. You know what I'm saying? If you had dreads, and your dreads was...
Wayne was
we grew up in the Wayne era.
Waka.
Exactly.
Chief Keef. So, like, it was
Even the niggas with the small dreads.
With the small dreads. It was or locks. Sorry,
So
y'all.
the
Locks.
the baddest Jones in the school. Me and Terrence always played the middle. We never really was like the niggas that was until maybe senior year. But
We was definitely corny.
we was definitely corny at one point. To the point where you were like, oh, all right, bet if I ran and look, legit graduated, started doing YouTube shit. It's certain women today that be like, LOL. And it's
Nah,
like,
100,
wow, you
100.
I remember you type shit.
This is my thing though. I was corny.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not even mad at you for calling me corny. And that's one thing that I did want to say. I don't think that Michael B. Jordan is like holding on to that. Like it was like a funny thing, but I can't let you slide.
I'm not about to let you just get
I'm
that
not
out.
walking around thinking about how you said that, but the
Terrence.
fact that you're standing right here and you tried to say we go back, I think the only reason why he said that is because she said we go way back.
Terrence, no.
Hold up.
Did you see his face, the way he was standing, looking at her like he was getting ready to
You
serve
knew
her
what
ass
happened,
up? Terrence,
You can
nah,
look
this
at Will
nigga
Smith-
standing with the hands behind his back,
Terrell.
looking down with the eyebrow up on some Kung Lao shit, like he
I
get ready
thought
to
the
slice
same
it
thing.
with your
I
hand.
thought the same thing. But I said, look, if I can find Will Smith showing up to the Oscars and say he looked like he ready to slap a motherfucker tonight. Look, he was ready to slap
Terrence, nah,
her.
he's standing right in front of her though, like
He definitely looked like he had something on his mind.
And you know what I did want to
You know what she probably said though?
What?
You know how you had that little talk before the interview? Michael B. Jordan, remember we went to school? All right, let's do an interview. And he was probably like, school?
Okay.
I remember
Okay.
you called me corny.
And this is my thing. Everybody saying, oh, in the clip that came out from the radio station, she didn't call him corny or whatever. Mike, this is my thing. That don't change Michael B. Jordan's experience with y'all in school. If he's saying, I heard it. I heard you call me corny. Like I heard it.
Yeah.
He's not talking about just what they say on the radio. I experienced this.
Yeah.
And she came out and said, yeah, I mean, we used to kind of pick on him, whatever. Now, okay, cool. That's how you're explaining it on the radio. I'm not even referring to that. I experienced that shit. Because people are trying to say, you see, she didn't even call him corny.
Nah,
It was her friend. That's why Joe was going all crazy. Because he was like, you. Come on, y'all.
Do you know how many of y'all, you know how many chicks we have seen? Or when you grow up, the friends that are just laughing and didn't make the joke, y'all are worse than the low-key than the one who told the joke. Because you're the one who's really corny as shit. You. Because you a following ass motherfucker. You was it was he ha ha when the joke was on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And now, where your friend that made the joke? He ha ha. Y'all still he ha ha together, whatever? The joke not funny now. And you thought it was funny back then. If I'm laughing at a nigga 10 years ago and he's on now, I can't sit there and try to fuck with the nigga and say, well, I wasn't making the jokes, bro. I was just laughing at you. What does that look like?
Nah, yeah.
Nigga, I remember watching you laugh at me. I don't
Right.
care who said it. I heard Corny Kid looked in my rear view,
They laugh at
put
that
my
nigga.
ears up and I hear you.
Terrence, it's on a deeper level, though.
Now you want to talk to me on an interview?
Y'all laughed at my man because he had his headshots in class and he was on some pretty boy acting shit. That acting shit, because this is my thing. It's one thing to laugh at a nigga because you corny, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you in your class, this nigga's in class, he's playing this fucking Game Boy. He's always in class playing the game. But now you a millionaire gaming streamer. Like, it's different. That's the thing. Y'all laughed at me because, look, he used to always bring his headshots and stuff to class. And, it was public school. It was XYZ. Cool. But now that same shit y'all laughed about is the reason you on this carpet.
Right. What was the shit you was doing that you thought was cool back then that worked?
You know how many of the cool chicks I went to school with and what they do now?
Yeah.
And I could really do the same thing. That's why this moment was
You're not Michael
inspiration.
B.
Nah, this is my thing, though. It's a lot of people that aren't Michael B right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah.
A lot of people are Michael B, but the young one. A
But
lot
they're
of
the
them
young
are
one.
the young one. This shit was inspiration. And a lot of people, a lot of figureheads, women, it's people that's trying to turn this into something other than inspiration. But when you getting laughed at and you don't forget them laughs, or if you still in your corny era, your moment like this is going to come. This is like some shit that you wish happened.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I get on and I get to say, fuck all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And it happens.
I think that opportunity, if anybody's faced with it, they're going to take it.
For sure.
Now, what I did want to ask you is, what do you think makes somebody corny? You know what I'm saying? Because when I think about Michael B. Jordan, I'm like, you know what? People will call him corny, but like, what if he's actually not corny?
Yeah, but you also a nigga that called my boy Russell Wilson corny for being a cool
Wilson
guy.
is 100% corny. It's on
Now
tape.
let's switch the
It's on tape. Russell Wilson's corny as shit.
Terrence, let's flip the record real
Terrell.
quick. Let's flip the record real quick. Broncos red carpet. A chick is out there saying, Russell Wilson, you just signed a $250 million deal. We go way back, and he said, look, I'm the corny kid, right? Or
he could get that off.
You can't do an interview with some of these bloggers that call him corny.
Yeah.
Or he go on motherfucking Pivot and sit in front of Channing and say, I'm the square nigga, right? Oh, all right, yeah, but you here interviewing me.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
You're still a square, though.
Is he still corny?
Yeah. That's why I said back when bitches was calling me the corny kid, I was definitely 100% the corny kid.
But
it could still be. Like this, that's why I'm saying, what makes you corny? Because low key, what if Michael B. Jordan isn't corny? Like one thing about me, I think 100% I'm corny as shit.
I can be.
I think, and this is why I wanted to kind of turn the conversation towards. Corny is actually the new cool. Like even though he said the corny kid, right? Well, the reason why corny became cool. These days is cool really cool? Like when you think about the corny people, right? Like when you think about corny kids, think about dudes these days that you would think was corny. You know what's crazy? Most of y'all be looking at these corny dudes and that's when niggas pick shit up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same on both sides, women and men. Like look at all the guys that are in relationships on like social media that give, you know what I'm saying, relationship advice and shit like that. Bruhs low-key be corny because they all about they dude. They wouldn't be looked at as a cool guy. If we gonna look at Michael B. Jordan and say that Michael B. Jordan is corny, that made me think, all right, bet. I'm just trying to read the room and see what everybody's thinking is corny. Think about it. For Valentine's Day, what would you, or not Valentine's Day, but Halloween, Christmas, y'all walking around getting pajamas and shit like that. It's not the cool dudes that you looking online and seeing doing that. It's the corny niggas. And you know what it made me think about? Everybody was calling Damson Idris corny for the shit that he's doing right now with Lori Harvey. He wrote her the note, and the way he was treating her on the red carpet, people was like, oh, he about to fuck this up. He's just corny. Think about it. What if that's low-key what she fucks with?
It's working.
What if Michael B. Jordan, even though he's, like you said, GQ most handsome dude, what if he wasn't writing her little notes? And that's what I mean when I say I'm corny like that.
Y'all got my, but you see that the Lori
And
situation
I don't think that Michael B. And I don't like you said. I don't know. I'm just saying, what if?
I think Damson and Michael are both corny, and that's what Lori like.
I think,
but you know what? She's a little bit of a.
That's my thing. I think most girls want a corny dude. They don't want the niggas that y'all would think are cool. And look, I wanted to play this real quick.
That's actually a really good. That's like a really good thing because, and you know what? A lot of the niggas that act like they cool, they be doing the corny shit too.
And I want to play this, y'all. This to me is an example of what it really means to be corny. Give me some volume, Toria. This to me is an example of me as a guy. If you ask me what was corny, this is my example of corny, and this is from my guy, my man Key Glock. Shout out Glaucoma 2. We gonna check it out.
Yeah.
We fuck with you. Ambition for Cash was on my gym playlist, but yeah. But I'm gonna play this clip for y'all.
That ain't even nothing me having against nobody or nothing. I just like being myself.
And what do? You like big on watching sports? What do you do when you by yourself? You watch ESPN, the same stories over and over again?
I don't even watch TV.
What do you do?
I don't watch TV unless I'm with somebody.
Okay.
Like I just
Like
I be in my
Netflix and
head
chill.
all day. I just be thinking, walking around the house thinking.
Really?
Like I'm crazy or something. Yeah.
That's not crazy though.
I said like I'm crazy.
I know, but I'm saying it's not like you crazy.
Nah, for sure. I just get high and brainstorm though, for real. Like for real.
Is that how you come up with music?
Yeah, music, investment ideas, just everyday things, just everyday stuff.
You talk to yourself too?
All right, back.
Shout out TikTok.
First off,
By the way, you thought that was corny?
This is one of the reasons why I think that's corny, because he's Key Glock. You a nigga that make music, so you could get away with this. But what I'm looking at is the impressions. I'm looking at all the views that this video get. I'm looking at the fact that somebody saw this and put the little thoughtful music sound behind it. You know what I'm saying? And what I thought was, damn, bro really didn't say shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, it works because you a rapper. But like, let's take the fact that you make music out, and I'm just watching how you completely struggled with that very simple question. And I think niggas need to realize this. Yeah, you know, what I like to do for fun, I really don't do nothing. I just like to be by myself. Oh, okay, so you know when you by yourself, you watch sports clips, you like watching TV, like what you like to do? I don't even watch TV, you know. I just like to be by myself. I just in my head thinking. That's corny as shit to me.
Why?
That's corny as shit.
Hold on. Wait. It's not interesting.
If you are a nigga that work up at the Subway, because this is what I'm giving it to. I'm giving to you niggas. I know some of you niggas felt like, yeah, I can really relate with bro. I can really relate to that. All right, well, let me ask you this. You sitting with a shorty, right? There's 2 women you sitting with, right? But we not going to call him corny for this, right? Because remember what the conversation we talking about, the Lori Harvey situation, Michael B. Jordan, all the dating shit. This is exactly how you niggas be moving. This is exactly how you niggas talking. You think that you sound interesting, but you sound like a flatline. You sound boring as shit. Now,
This nigga's veins is popping.
look, now, if you don't got on Chroma, if you're not rocking designer, what we leaning on? What we talking about? Because like I said, if you're the nigga that work up at the Subway, there's no disrespect to you niggas who do that, but like, if you're the nigga that working there, and when you finally get your opportunity with a shorty, you saying, yeah, I just be in my head all day thinking. About what, nigga? You work at the Subway, the fuck you thinking about? Look, I'm just brainstorming on investments. Damn, you really low-key not interesting.
Nah, and that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think
I feel like, I know I'm on a soapbox. I feel like when you look at a situation like Lori Harvey, I start thinking, I'm like, damn, what could she sit and talk to a nigga like Diddy or Future or like, are these niggas sitting around and saying this? Like, can you imagine talking to somebody like that? You ask them what they like to do, and they low-key just say they like sitting around thinking.
Nah, a lot of the ladies be talking about how, and there's a whole bunch of discourse about what people should do on dates and shit like that, but a lot of the ladies be talking about how sometimes people just don't have shit to say in texting, on the phone. This, honestly, it's a regular thing. It's like some people are introvert. I'm a super introvert, but you see, and that's where, I don't know if you've seen that clip that was like, this is how I feel on ADHD. I have ADHD, and this is how the world looks to me. And everybody with ADHD was like, this is some bullshit, because I've had ADHD for 20 years. I'm introverted, but I can tell you 1,000 things that I like or things that I do. If you can't formulate the words, that one thing. Yeah. But the ladies have been talking about how niggas haven't really been interesting.
I'm not coming for Key Glock or niggas like this that might be quiet and you might be to yourself. I'm just talking about how when the world looks at Michael B. Jordan, they quick to call him corny. And I'm like, what about him is corny? Like, we haven't got to see him do anything corny yet.
But why y'all call my man Russell Wilson corny? He haven't done nothing corny.
Terrell,
he just a good dude that loves his wife.
Nah, Terrell.
And praise.
Russell Wilson is, you know exactly why they say he's corny, Terrell. Like, you're bringing him up, and it's not, it's totally stepping on everything. Like, that nigga's corny as shit. And it just is what it is.
How? You see,
take your fucking Broncos jersey on and go somewhere, bro. We're not talking about him. He's corny.
I don't even like the nigga like that because he fucked our whole season over. We paid the nigga for 5 years and we stuck with him. I'm asking you.
Them calling
the same principles you using to explain how Michael B. Jordan is corny.
Michael B. Jordan and Russell Wilson not in the same category, Terrell. Russell Wilson, you know what he does. That's corny.
What does he do, Terrence? Explain it.
He'll one day sound like he grew up on a beach. And I don't want to do this. And I'm not trying to do this, but he's making me. One day he sounds like he's a surfer guy. You guys will get all your boards when you get there. You guys will be able to understand all the rules. You know everything. Then when he gets around this black girl, he's like, yeah, we in there, we chilling. Come on. That's not Michael B. Jordan. Like, Michael B. Jordan, we're not seeing that. Like, we're not seeing him saying, yeah, I got 1 phone with me. I got 1 phone with me. I got deuce. Hold on, what you talking about?
All right.
Michael B. Jordan.
I didn't need you to explain it, that's all.
Russell Wilson is like the chameleon that stay on the tree for long enough and then he gonna just blend in. If Russell Wilson took a picture with a bunch of white men, you wouldn't see. You would be like, oh yeah, that's Russ. You wouldn't be like, there's the black right there. If it was Terrell Owens and all white men, you'd be like, this is T.O. and some white man. You would be like, oh, Russ.
Yeah, no boy. Especially if it's a podcast, you don't know who talking.
Yeah, so like.
Okay, I'm with you.
To me, I'm just looking at the depth, like how we would immediately see and judge. We point and say, oh, that's corny. But I'm like, damn, we don't find shit like this corny. Like the girls, I feel like y'all don't find this corny until you sitting in front of it. You know? This type of energy, it looks interesting. Oh, damn, like he probably a challenge dude. He probably whatever. But then when you sit in front of it, you just realize how like bland that is. Like, damn, like I don't really put it like this. When you get around other people, you start to realize that it's not about me learning about you.
Yep.
It's not about you learning about me. It's about us two being able to be each other, around each other, so that we can experience who we are.
Right.
You know? And you can get around certain people that are so consumed with who they are. Yeah, you know, I've been through a lot. I bought a lot of this. You know, I'm getting ready to do this. I'm getting ready to do it. Look how you sound. It's like, what they do is they're trying to like talk about themselves a lot, and it's all about me. And like what I need, that person needs somebody that's gonna be enamored with them, and they just want to be a part of that life. And a lot of people are now so much involved with themselves that when they look out, it's like I need somebody that's gonna be all about me. And I'm just starting to realize that like when you get in front of people like that, you start realizing like, yo, I really don't give a fuck that you've been through a lot, low key.
Nah, yeah. Because
I've been through a lot. So low key, if you're not able to get outside of that and you can't tell me what the fuck you do when you go home,
100%.
I don't want to talk to you. And look, I'm sitting here feeling like, what the fuck am I sitting with? Looks good, sounds good,
but
got money, but what the fuck are we talking about?
Fellas, have you ever talked to a chick that just was fine as shit, went through the DMs, whatever, you finally get the number, on some, I just shot this shot out of nowhere. I can't believe I got this joint number, get ready to FaceTime, and then you FaceTime or call or whatever, or might even go on the first date, and it's just like she's like a dud.
Look, and you start understanding why you actually got the shot.
You understand, like, you know what? This makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you pretty, but that's about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it honestly goes both ways. It's the same way niggas start making bread.
Yeah.
And then expect to get this woman. You know what I'm saying? But you're not interested. That's why, like, when
that's why I said, to me, that's the real cornball that you don't see. You don't see him under all of the lights and shit. You don't see the corny shit until you sitting right there. And you're like, damn, you know what?
But you know what?
This nigga's low-key born and shit. I'm about to get the check.
Remember the girl, her name was Megan
Because you know,
James.
women bosses now, they pay for everything.
I think her name was, That's another side of that's why it's literally equal. Because these girls, the same thing. They get money and be like, I have a business, I have this, I have that. But it's like, look.
All right.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. But look, though. Remember the girl, Megan?
Favorite color.
Remember the girl from Bad Girls Club? Was like, I was dating this dude.
Yeah,
he gave me everything. But I just felt like.
He won.
Now, there's two ways to look at that. Because people was like, okay, you was cool with that for like 6 or 7 months, though. You was good with that. Then all of a sudden.
Yeah, and look, I'm not trying to shit on people who are to themselves that might say, yo, I just stay to myself. But I feel like, I don't know. To me personally, I'm like, there's a certain level of corniness with that. Yeah, bro, who talks too much. Oh, you know, I like anime. I like this. I like that. I like that. Or I like sports. Or, yeah, you know, I start to realize that certain dudes like a Key Glock type of dude who your music isn't, like, I'm not a gangbanger, but, like, I talk about shit in my music. And being a rapper, you have to have a specific image. I just figured he can't get up there and say, oh, yeah, you know, I like to go home. I like watching YouTube. I like watching, you know what I'm saying, vloggers. I like looking at, because it's going to make you actually look less hard. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, that's
you know what
true.
I'm saying?
It takes
you
away from the persona.
being more interesting and looking like you go home and actually watch sports takes away from your
bravado.
Your iron.
You just
know?
put out an album called Glaucoma. You know what I'm saying? The second one.
So now, for real, look, what do? I just be in my head all day. I might smack a nigga.
Yeah.
Go get my album. I get it. Glaucoma 2 out now. I get it.
Go get my.
But like I said, you niggas that work up at the Sam's Club, you're not Key Glock. So when you sitting there saying, I just be in my head thinking, I just be brainstorming. What the fuck you been thinking about? Because maybe you need to share because you still live at the Sam's. We
You been
this
shitting
bill.
on people that makes you. You been
I'm just saying, I'm not shitting on y'all. I work there. Y'all can't say I'm shitting on y'all. And I'm still with y'all niggas. I'm about to put my apps in.
You are not.
Look,
you a lying ass nigga, and you doing
Times
what
is
they
getting hard.
Terrence, you doing exactly what they do at
I'm not
pyramid
asking
schemes.
them to pay me nothing.
Still, you lying.
I'm not lying.
You like the nigga
Terrell,
at the church.
You know me. I come from that. If I come from the neighborhood, I can talk about it.
That's true, but it's like you always go specifically for the sandwich. Our third podcast called Sandwich Flippers because you shit on Subway people.
Because I don't think there's nobody that's making a career at Subway unless you own a franchise. If you own a franchise, I got respect. Or even if you're like the manager and you getting you up there, I respect it.
I know somebody run 10 Subways or own 10 Subways.
And I respect it. I'm just talking about
Watch your mouth.
The people that work there don't want to work there forever.
But you are 100% correct.
Even the motherfuckers that own the franchise is doing something else on the weekend.
Yeah. You are 100% right about the fact that if you don't have this big celebrity behind your name, it ain't. And look, even they be. Why you think they be making songs about how these bitches ain't shit?
Because they experience.
They're not interesting.
Nah. I'm telling you, it's like, look, everything looks good, but damn, that's why you got this far. Mm-hmm. Yo, and Terrell, and I feel like the people who listen understand what I'm doing. I'm not talking to the Key Glocks out there. I'm talking to some of you fellas out there who just, maybe it's cool if you do open up, bro. Maybe you wouldn't be so, maybe you wouldn't just get an opportunity. And maybe you get the opportunities with shorties, and then it folds. Because when you finally start talking to them, they start realizing that you're a fucking clam, that you're a fucking shell, that you can't even fucking say what the fuck you do. But like this, I want everybody right now that's listening to this, if I ask you, hey, what are some things you like to do in your free time? Some of you right now are like, look, I know what I like to do.
What do you? Okay, let's ask you, nigga. Since you got so much fucking rah.
Terrell,
what do you like to do? Right here on the spot.
Please don't step on my point. Some of you, I can get into it.
Because
Right now, but I'm not
somebody
doing it.
I feel like you're talking about me. Because I can't just rattle off 1,000 things that I like to do. It's not that easy. It's not that easy.
It is so annoying
people.
when you're trying to make a point and somebody just starts talking, trying to challenge you and tell you to prove your point.
For 1,000 minutes.
I
can't chime in one time.
Is that cool? You're not chiming in. You're telling me that I need to prove what I'm saying.
Because I feel like you're
before
talking
I
to
even
me.
say the shit.
You're saying, y'all can't even say what you said.
You
Hold
think
up,
I'm talking to
can't.
you, but I ain't.
But I'm sitting here, and I'm the one that's affected.
So maybe if the shoe fits, I mean, you can take it.
That's why. Okay, but
like, shouldn't I be able to finish what I'm saying? Now I gotta stop what I'm saying before I even say it to prove to you.
Just know that you be rapping, and I be letting you get your shit off, and now you starting to say shit that's affecting me.
Am I saying shit that's affecting him, or is this nigga just in a shoe fit and he's just feeling attacked?
That's why I asked the question. Let's see you answer the question, Terrence, since you got all the answers.
I think it's
since you got your fucking degree and you know every fucking thing.
I just think it's fucked up that before I even got to say what I was about to say, you're thinking that I'm saying.
I know what you're doing. You're thinking of your answer
I'm not
by doing
thinking
this.
of
That's
it.
what he doing.
I don't like this, man. See, because I didn't want to get on here. I don't want to get on here and
But you going
that's
crazy
like you
at
saying,
the people that
Terrell,
can't
you
say.
annoying as shit. If you get up here and you say some of y'all are pitching, because I always take it back to your fucking old job. If you get up here and tell niggas that they pitching the credit card wrong or y'all are selling wrong, and they say, before you can even say anything, they say, you sell. You tell us how.
Then I'm right at you.
But
with it.
you're going to stop your entire thing that you were saying so you can do a fucking role play for this motherfucker.
But then
I got to stop what I'm doing and role play.
No, but what you do is...
Niggas annoying as shit.
I got you. How about I got you, but look.
I'll do it right. I'll literally do it right now. If somebody asks me what do I like to do for free time.
Now that you had 1,000 minutes to think, go ahead.
There's no winning. I can break this shit in half.
Go ahead.
I can break it in half right now. I can break it. Because I'm fucked either way. Now I've been thinking about it. Obviously, this point has gone way too far.
But Terrence, okay, ask this question.
And the point that I was making got overshadowed by challenges. So let me just say this.
Answer this question.
Terrell, I really was trying to make a point for them.
Go ahead.
I wasn't talking to this black ass nigga.
We do a podcast together. You're talking to me. Nobody can see you. There's a fucking camera right there. I'm here.
I think they're going to realize that, damn, Terrell got emotional because he thought Terrence was talking about him.
I just want you to
And
answer
he
the question.
wasn't, because he can't answer what he does.
Nah,
for
because
fun.
I feel like
And this nigga does way a whole lot of stuff.
no, I do, but that's what I'm saying. It's not easy to just tell nigga, you can't even say, look at you sitting right there. You can't even. You sound like the nigga from the Everest commercial.
you know what
Hold up, nigga. You look like that nigga. You sitting there looking just like the nigga.
And what do you look like, Terrell? I'm so sick of this nigga.
Man, I'm sorry,
I
bro.
was trying to make a point, and this nigga got attacked, so he just started coming for me. Him in this jacket, he's a menace. This nigga like Ghost Rider. He got the Ghost Rider jacket on. He just haven't burned down yet. This him right here, y'all. I thought I heard some engines when he pulled up. But look, all I was simply saying is if you can't answer that question, like in the same sense of with Key Glock, they didn't just say, what's something you like to do? They was even trying to help you out. They said, NBA highlights? You know, that what you do? You can't even, this is my thing. If you can't add anything, if I can't add anything to a conversation, then I feel like I'm kind of off. If let's say me and her are having that same conversation and she says, do you go home and watch NBA highlights? Like, I can't even address an interest. Oh, I don't watch TV unless I'm with somebody, you know? And when you're with somebody, what the fuck do y'all watch?
Yeah, no boy.
You know? If I can't add anything, oh, you know what? I actually don't watch basketball. You know, my boys watch basketball, but I normally stay away from basketball. Now y'all know that I don't like basketball.
Yeah.
He not really into sports like that. He just do his own thing. But look, I don't watch TV unless I'm with somebody. Oh, but when you with somebody, what do y'all watch? You know, we don't really have a preference.
Hell yeah, this nigga's 50.
Somebody come get this motherfucker.
Right.
Glaucoma 2 out.
He's 50 shades of gray up here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my thing is like, some of you don't realize that, and look, Key Glock can do it because look, fuck it, go get my album. All I'm saying is for the regular person, you can't afford to be out here that gray.
Yeah.
You can't afford to be out here and you can't answer what you're into.
That's for sure.
Like Terrell's trying to challenge me and tell me to do that. I could do it. I've done it.
Yeah,
and
but
I don't have to do it for Terrell to know that I can do that.
I get what you're saying. The only reason why I say that is because
And this nigga's got bullet holes on his jacket. You look like you failed when you came here, boy. You just got up and and then stepped right through this joint. This look like nigga took a tumble before he came here. Fuck out of here.
only reason why I challenge a nigga is because it's not as simple as answering the question of what you could do. Or you was going a little Everest crazy. Look, they out there to help you. Hold up, nigga. I know what I'm getting ready to do. This nigga was going crazy on one point. This was supposed to be on Why Can Be Jordan.
We switched the topic to what was corny, and I felt like not knowing how to speak up and add anything to a conversation, that's long-term corny, ladies. But the ladies that's watching this, you'll see that's really corny.
I think they know though, Terrence. I think they know that.
I don't think that every woman finds that out immediately. Cause like I said, you could be fooled by like, look, you talk to A$AP Rocky, you thinking, okay, women think he looks nice, so he looks nice. Oh, he dressed nice, different, nice. The teeth, you get so admired by the glitz and glam. When all of that shit fades and you say, so, you know, A$AP Rocky, you know, say what you like to do, and he like, yeah, you know, I just like to sit and look at, you know, think about things to design. And you like, you watch, you know what I'm saying? You watch.
Did you watch
Squid Game?
Snowball?
I don't really have time for that. Just be in my head thinking of designs. You like, I'm not gonna be happy in this shit. Yeah, we can take a nice picture, but I'm not about to be happy.
That is true. But this is my thing. I think corny is the new cool in many ways. And the reason why I think that too is because when we were in school, it's a lot of, like, big shout out, even though Terrence tried to dish y'all a couple weeks ago. Big shout out to everybody that does watch anime. But y'all also know that growing up, there's a lot of my friends that watch anime. Shout out to my boy Don. Donald never said anything about anime. Jason got a Naruto tattoo on his leg. This motherfucker never said nothing about that growing up. And the niggas that watch that stuff and will run down the street with their arms back, they got talked about a certain type of way. But now, that's like a, niggas ain't hot. Now it's like a cool thing. Niggas walk around with the, you know, the all the gear.
Yeah,
you know
it's crazy. It's like walking through a gentrified neighborhood when after it was like a hood and you're like, damn, yo, you used to couldn't stand on this corner right here. You couldn't be caught out here at night.
Yeah.
And now it's cool.
That ass.
100. Like, the streets is safe. I can be out here. I can talk about my anime, and it's cool. That's why I told Terrell, Corny been cool. The guy that, like, all the movies we watched, with the guy with the girl, even movies like, this is a random movie, Deliver Us from Eva. Bro, it was corny. You have to be corny to keep a woman low key. Look at all of the
Love don't cost a thing.
Love don't cost a thing.
This nigga, all he was a basketball player.
She gave him nothing but shine, but what she liked was the nigga Alvin that was the car geek.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? She couldn't see him right away. That is the crazy part. They cannot see past the gate. The gate looks so nice out front. Big, nice-ass gate. Then when you get up the driveway, you like, oh, that's the house?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we don't have a gate, but they don't turn that corner and then see this
You
big
ain't in this cul-de-sac, yeah.
You don't see what I got back here. So my thing is this, Terrell, and that's a funny-ass thing you pull up about love don't cost a thing. It's like, when you look at cool guys now, what cool guy that's not known as corny would you look at and say, yo, I look at this guy's marriage and I want to have something like that, or I want to have a relationship like him and his girl, you know?
Probably Bron.
When you look at, like, we don't have a lot to choose from, and you know Bron is corny.
Yeah.
He said, you know, I might not even be the real MVP. It might even be her. You gotta be corny, and that's why I'm saying the cool guys that's cool. I get bitches. None of them niggas are still in relationships or have anything for you to look up to besides them solo.
I feel like you trying to make chivalry corny, and that's different. Just because a nigga is chivalrous don't mean he corny.
I don't think so.
Because some of these niggas that's cool are also chivalrous and will say, yo, she my world, she my everything, she that. That's not corny.
Nah, that's not corny. But, I mean, Bron is, you can't say LeBron, and like, LeBron is definitely corny.
Okay. I feel like this word is just...
Terrell, Bron would be known if... Would LeBron not be looked at as corny? LeBron?
So who's looked at today as not corny?
See, that's what I'm saying. Who's looked at it today as not corny?
You pulled up the nigga Key Glock. These rap niggas, on the surface, they're cool. Like, look at Drake. On the surface, I hate a privileged rapper that don't even know what it take. Damn, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
But great example.
Look at the Yachty interview. This nigga sitting there talking about, this is crazy.
That is what I'm talking about. It's like corny and cool. You don't see it past the gate.
And some people can do some
look at Drake's gate. I hate a privileged rapper that ain't had a hit since he signed. Like, I'm that nigga. I got so much money, but low key, once you get past the gate and you're right in front of me,
I'm still cool.
I'm gonna start saying some shit you might not fuck with it. That's when you start to figure out, I don't fuck with him.
Nah, but question for you though, because some people have both.
Yeah.
Like, you could put on I think Drake is somebody that put on a persona.
Yeah.
But then he gives the ladies the corny shit, and that's why it works for him.
Nah, it's like a banana.
Some of these rappers have the cool thing, but they don't have that soft side, and that's why Drake has been successful for so long.
I think so. But it's like you're like a banana. Once you open up to a girl, it's no putting a banana back. Once you show who you really are, there's no going back to your persona. Now your girl will know that's just how he act for y'all.
Yup.
I know Terrell. I don't know whatever your rocking band name is.
That's how they were doing Future.
Tenacious T.
What's
I don't
Future
know
real
Tenacious.
name?
I know Terrell.
Remember Drewski did the video where he was talking about how the girl be talking about the rappers by their first name?
Bro, yes. That's
You remember that? Yeah. That was one of his early joints.
That's true. That's true though.
A lot of y'all know Future. Y'all don't know what his name, Navadius or whatever his name is. Weird ass nigga.
Put out one of the best albums of last year.
All right, look. Shout out to my boy Michael B. Jordan. Creed 3 in the theaters. We going to see
100,
it.
100.
I'm going to see
Jonathan Majors.
Yes. Look, these two niggas together in the movie is about to be dope. We going to see Cocaine Bear this weekend, though.
I was thinking about going to see Cocaine Bear. That's going to be like Barbarian. It's going to be like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah. Like, they have the opportunity. Now, what I realize with movies like that, they think Cocaine Bear, opportunity. Mm-hmm. What can we do? Where can we put the cocaine? Where can we put the bear? How can we get So with that premise, I'm like, yo, that's probably gonna be funny as shit.
They thinking about doing a universe. They said they might do an Adderall alligator.
Yeah, okay. See, you know what? Fun.
Like Sharknado.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned us in a trailer that's coming out for this movie called, I forget, but it's like that movie with the, did you see that movie with like it's called Blacketh or the Blacking? Something like that, where basically these people get together at like this cabin, they all black, and then they find this game, and then they play this game, and then I'm gonna keep it 100. It is very racially driven. It's like the game Black, if they be like, it's like Saw, but it's like black. They have their friend, and it was like, say who's the blackest person in the room, or this person dies, and they all looking at her on the TV, and they like, she's really about to die, so they like, well, so and so say nigga the most. And they were like, I say nigga the most. It's kind of like that. It's like sketch comedy.
Okay.
It was funny. The only reason why I bring it up, and I know I'm kind of long-winded with it, but they said that, oh, y'all wouldn't fuck with this. And I said, you know what? As much as I'm against the racial side of it, when I watched the trailer, I didn't really feel like I got a scary movie vibe from it.
Nah, yeah, people probably hate you.
Yeah.
Because you are somebody who I don't know what this nigga will like.
I'm going to tell y'all why you won't get smoke from me from that movie. They're not remaking anything. They're not really piggybacking off of anything. It seems like an original idea that they having fun with. And it's known fun. It's a comedy. Okay, cool. I don't like when we take our movies that have like respect and we want to comedy the fuck out of it for that, or when we just out here just pandering. This movie didn't seem like a you people type thing. Where we making them laugh, you know?
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of movie shit.
I'm sorry. The only reason why I brought that up is because I was talking about the fun in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I think that they made that movie, because I think these days, like Cocaine Bear, I think they're just trying to make movies that are fun instead
100%.
of deep.
100%. It's not about the days of cinema where you go see Revolutionary Road.
Yeah.
Those days are gone.
Yeah,
now, them motherfuckers going HBO Max, whatever. Now, if I can't get out to see it because it's going to be fun,
Yeah.
motherfuckers ain't going to the theater unless you're doing some shit like Creed.
Yeah.
Where I got a whole fucking Rocky fan base that's going to support this. I'm putting two of the biggest black stars of now in this joint. Mm-hmm. Tessa Thompson, Valkyrie from Thor. Mm-hmm. So I'm about to get some. I'm getting a little bit.
I got
of
a whole lot of Marvel in this joint.
So speaking of the film and movies side of things, your girl Zendaya cashed out. Did you see?
100%.
So for a lot of people that don't understand what happened with Zendaya, or if you didn't hear, everybody said that the rumor is that she's going to make close to $1 million an episode. And if you don't understand how that works, Michael B. Jordan just talked about this on $1 million worth of game, where your likeness can get you a producer credit by itself. Yeah. Meaning my celebrity is so here that just me being attached means that the film is going to garnish more because of I'm even in it.
Yeah.
Which is why most times Will Smith is in a movie. Well, now he has Overbrook, but my celebrity is so big that I'm getting an executive producer credit or some type of credit. So as Zendaya, they restructured her whole contract with Euphoria to where she gets a lead actress credit, and she's a producer. What people also forget is that this girl just won 2 back-to-back Emmys. Mm-hmm. You gotta pay me different.
Yeah.
Because I'm a 2-time Emmy winner now. I'm not just the same ZDAY. So,
and that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, you you had to see this coming, low key. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm surprised she's not making more for real with the way the world is now.
Yeah.
And especially being HBO.
This is what I'll say.
But it's like, if I do that 2 times in a row, the youngest, yeah, you gotta talk to me different. You gotta pay me for sure. You gotta talk to me nice, because I could literally just leave y'all show, get in another show.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna say 2-time Emmy winner. Do you know what that does for your show? 2-time Emmy nominee, 2-time Emmy winning actress Zendaya. And then look, they show her and look. And that's your show? Oh yeah, y'all about to turn up for sure.
Exactly.
Just cause the Zendaya draw, I'm literally, she's probably worth more than $1 million. That's low key. That's low-key a short.
Terrence, no, it's not. There is only a handful of actors and actresses that have gotten paid $1 million per episode on a show.
I'm not talking about historically. I'm just saying now, low-key, she's probably bringing in more than what she's getting paid for what she does for that show.
Well, sure. Like, Kerry Washington was getting paid around $250,000 an episode for when she played Olivia Pope. But she didn't win the Emmy back-to-back. And I don't think she wasn't getting producer credits to start. And this is my thing, too. I don't think Euphoria is going to be around for a long time.
Okay.
Now, the one thing that you can't argue is the popularity of the show. It's just, after that last season, it's like, cool for you, ZDAY.
Yeah.
But, like, hopefully something comes up this season.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. You might get this nice $1 million per episode for this season, but like you're right, how long is that gonna go?
I wouldn't be me if I didn't sprinkle a little hate in.
I'm only saying based on how much she can pull to the show.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is this year, this next season, let's see that performance the whole season.
She had that performance the whole
They
season.
had to pay her $1 million to just be like,
Terrell, all right, whatever. Because if I do that with somebody else,
no, just saying. I'm just saying, we need to see something. We need to see something this season.
That shit pisses me off. I'm not even gonna get upset. Please stop doing that shit.
I'm high again.
Stop doing that.
Like, okay.
Like she's winning Emmys and you're just disrespecting her, but then you want to act like a fan.
I'm happy for her. First of all, I'm a Tom Holland fan. I've been a fan of ZDAY before Euphoria. How about that? I've been a fan. But
you see it with niggas.
I gotta just keep it. See, when you keep it 100, people try to make it seem like you don't like somebody. Why is that? Why is that?
He wants to hate, but then when you call him out for the hate, he'll say that he fucked with the person that he's hating on before you. So we can't say that he's hating because back before I was hating, I was a fan. Fuck out of here, weird lame ass nigga. And you in this joint dressed like you work at like
I might
the
listen
Rock
to this nigga
concert, boy.
This is something that I definitely wanted to address. Hold up. Shit, my bad, y'all.
Oh, you want me to turn it up for you?
I got it.
Quarterbacks are different.
This is Deion Sanders on, what he wants out of a quarterback and or D lineman.
Quarterbacks are different.
Yeah.
We want mother, father, dual parent.
It's for
We
quarterback.
want that kid to be 3-5 and up because he got to be smart. Not bad decisions off the field at all because he has to be a leader of men. It's so many different attributes in what we look for. Physical, offensive lineman. Defensive lineman is totally opposite.
What do you mean?
Single mama. Trying to get it. He's on free lunch. I'm talking about just trying to make it. He trying to rescue mama. Like mama barely made the flight.
Okay. So that was Deion Sanders talking about quarterbacks and like what he looks for in a quarterback and what he looks for in a D lineman, right? And he talked about how he talked about basically how the situations that these people grow up in or the situation that the kid experiences will turn him into a specific type of player. That's why he said he wants quarterbacks that have both parents at home that don't make bad decisions outside of, whatever, because they're going to be able to smart. They got to be a leader. But then you want your D linemen to be hungry. You want them to be an attack. You know what I'm saying? You need them to attack off the edge. So you want him. And you classify somebody like that as somebody that grows up in a single-parent household who's on free lunch, XYZ. All I'm going to say, people tried to say, oh, people make so many excuses for Deion Sanders, right?
Yeah.
Like, make no mistake.
What's the excuses that they make?
The excuses that they're making now, right, for this is he's exposing what's true and how all of these coaches, recruit. He's not saying anything that's surprising. It might be surprising to y'all, but to everybody else, this is how Saban and everybody else does. Okay, y'all, this is my thing.
I've also heard them say that he never said black.
All right, this man said trying to save mama. And this nigga just came from the blackest city in Mississippi,
Right.
Jackson.
Come on.
This my thing.
Y'all know how to put 2 and 2 together, so do it.
Keep it 100. This all I'm gonna say, right? Because niggas, when I said that I didn't like how Deion Sanders did Jackson State, right? I didn't like the fact that he left. And people say, oh, he did all he had to do, whatever. He cared about the kids, XYZ. I always thought that Deion Sanders used Jackson State as a stepping stone, which is completely fine if you didn't come out and go on this big moral high ground and use George Floyd. That's what I didn't like. So now you at motherfucking Colorado. And you talking about these players this way. Because it's not even, to me, it's not about whether it's black or white. I saw all those tweets where they say, people automatically assume this was race. It's not even about black or white. It's about how you talking about these players. They're just chess pieces. But what did you do? In the beginning, before you got to Jackson, you said out of your mouth, I feel like God called me to our boys and make sure our boys get, they had to have people like us to be in their corner, the XYZ. Cool. That's the political shit that you did, that Obama did, that everybody else does. Biden out there saying, hey, look, I'm a white boy. This the same type shit. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to use y'all to get what I want, and then I'm going to move. And then I'm going to just show my hand to you when I'm out.
Yeah.
I ain't like that shit. I thought it was fucked up because, number one, not only are you treating the players like chess pieces and talking about them like they like cattle. I don't like that. It's not like slavery type talk, but it is kind of like on some, I just don't like the way you talking about them like they're tools. Number two. Number three, motherfucking, damn, what was my number three? Damn, y'all lucky I just lost my number three. But bottom line.
You was talking about how he,
Bottom line, nah, it's all good. That's basically it. I just don't like to do that. Oh, number three was, I don't like how you label people that came from single parent households like they're this type of person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't fuck with that either because it's like, all right, that's fucked up, Deion, and that shit wasn't funny. Everything's not a fucking joke, but it is though. It is.
I agree, and I also feel like Deion Sanders was maybe on some joking time with that. I mean, I like I said, a part of me wanted to like be like, oh, I get where he's coming from. I know what he's saying, but to me, yeah, it comes off a certain way when you left the black college, and then you out there talking like that, because we know that you understand race, because you went to the last college you went to for race. It wasn't just opportunity. So like, you can't speak racially at one point and then spiritually at one point, and then when you speak again and they think you still talking with that same origin, you say, oh, I was just talking about players. Or, oh, well, it's just a game. It's, nah, bruh. At a certain point, we can say, all right, I'm not really vibing with this. I didn't think that was cool because, I don't know, I'm sure that there are quarterbacks in the NFL that grew up, in a single parent household that might have had challenges, and I don't think that, it just sounded, it was a very yeehaw thing that he said. That's what I'm gonna say, Deion Sanders. You said some yeehaw bullshit out of your mouth, talking about, oh yeah, he's gotta have if any white coach gets on TV and says that, he's done. Let's think about it.
Right.
Any white coach gets up there and says, yeah, we want him. Let's think about that.
I'm just not gonna separate you from that. Lamar Jackson's father died when he was 8. Technically, he grew up in a single-parent household.
Right.
So what are you talking about?
It has nothing to do. You just sound real ignorant.
You talking about them
getting a pass because you're black and it gets chuckled off. Ha. He's just joking about his fuckers, his people. We don't give a fuck about them, so like, who cares?
I ain't
let a white person get up there and had said that shit, and then we all would be looking at it how it really is. We're not gonna start making excuses.
Exactly.
Now I did have this thing that I wanted to play that Denzel Washington.
Okay, yeah. What he said?
We do have a lot of
audio.
If you don't think you're addicted, and I'm talking about anyone, from the highest to the lowest, if you don't think you're addicted, then see if you can turn it off for a week. It got quiet in here, didn't it? Didn't it get real quiet? It's a tool, so we should use it. God has blessed us with free will. Now it's free will magnified, free will on steroids. You're free to go in any direction you want. It will allow you, and it's not the enemy. It's just it's just a reflection of our own free will. And we all want to be liked. But now we want to be liked by 16 million. And will now some of us do anything to be liked. We used to do anything to be liked, but it was by the person in front of you. Now it's to be liked by 16 million people that you don't know. We have to ask ourselves, what is the long-term, if not the short-term effect of too much information?
Okay. Yeah. He kind of spitting.
I thought he was spitting too. I thought he was spitting, but then I also have pushback. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't think he was spitting then. Just keep it on it. I thought he was spitting. Or let me say what I thought, because you watched this before. What I received from that, outside of like the phone is a tool thing, the validation seeking that this generation goes through is different from them. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said, if you don't think you're addicted to it, see if you can put it down. But
I just think, in my opinion, I think it's easy for him to talk about, like, what did you just say? The what we are, our
validation seeking.
The validation seeking that our generation goes through versus his generation is different. Mm-hmm. And it's just that. It is different. Like, so it's going to look away to you. The same way, like Denzel Washington, I'm just starting to realize, I told Terrell, he's older. So he is the voice of that generation. And that is exactly how they would look at our generation when they'll be like, oh, y'all stay on that phone. It's like Denzel Washington is telling people, this is Denzel Washington. Mm-hmm. The same man that tells everybody, follow your dream, grind, go to work, get up, work, right? The same person is telling us, see if you can put the phone down for a week. If I want to be the next Denzel Washington, right, is it smart for me to put my phone down for a week? Put my phone down and do what? Put my phone and get my computer.
Which is basically
the same thing. No, not that. Put all of the information down. You got too much information.
Or put the Instagram up. What about that?
See, that's different. And that's why I'm like, the way that he talks about the phone is a tool. It's a tool. No, it ain't. To your generation, a phone is and has always been a tool. Because when you got on, you didn't need the phone at all. As to where these days, let's be honest, if you want to get on, you need the phone.
For sure.
You need presence on these things. Yeah. We watched Drewski go from his crib to the BET Awards to tours to all of that. Imagine if he put the phone down for a week. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So my thing is like, you got old niggas like Denzel Washington. He's like, I'm so sorry.
You can't talk about Denzel like that.
I can't say old niggas. Damn.
Elder statesman.
Respect on Denzel. Denzel Washington. Look, Denzel Washington know I love him. He don't know me at all. He know I love him. But you got the older generation of Denzel Washington's time. They do look at that phone like a tool. Like he says now, we all want to be liked, but now we want to be liked by 16 million. Well, Denzel, when you were coming up, did you not want to be liked? Did you not want to be liked by 16 million? You're one of the biggest actors in the world.
You couldn't put a number on it.
And you weren't able to measure anyone else's success digitally with your phone. You just had to just keep going. I couldn't see how successful you were if I looked it up. And that's when he's talking about how information is dangerous. He's right. But
yeah, because
also,
it's a plus and negative to knowing.
Also, it's like Denzel Washington. If you was young, if you was our age, you wouldn't be putting the phone down for a week. Like, to me, my response to Denzel Washington is I don't think the phone is a tool. I think it's a portal. I think it's something. I don't think that you need to put it down for a week. I think maybe you need to switch your habits for a week. Mm-hmm. And stay off of this and start doing that for a week. But the older generation will tell us that y'all need to stay off that phone because they didn't have it. Can you imagine Terrell growing up 30 years without some shit and then it becomes the main portal to success?
Yep.
You still think you just need to focus on you.
It's just like,
low-key, I actually have to post on my phone if I'm gonna get there. And it sounds ridiculous, but like, bro, that is literally our life now.
And you know what? If I can just say this real quick.
Yeah.
I think for everybody out there, a lot of people that listen to this podcast are between the ages of 19, 28. And a lot of us have parents that are between 48, upper 40s, 50s, into their 60s. My parents are in their 60s now. And sometimes you kind of you have to listen to your parents' advice because they're your parents. And Do they give a fuck about you? But this is an example of how that generation, a lot of like my dad still will tell me, dude, you got your degree. You need to just look. I keep telling, look, I told Candace, use your degree, and then you get a job. That's how parents were taught. Get a job, and then you can retire in 30 years. Hold up, I don't want to do that.
Or they just want you to get a job because it's of stability. Like it's safe. It's like comfort. It's like a comfort thing. You got a nice job. You got sick leave.
And you know what?
Benefits.
There's a lot of cultures, right? And I can only speak to the Black American culture, but a lot of them in our culture, they'll tell once you hit 17, it's you either get a job, or go to the military, or go to college, or you have to do that. And so a lot of people run into shit that they don't even really know if they're passionate about. They switching their major 3 times. And last but not least, these kids that's growing up on tablets, they way smarter than we were as kids. Bro, these little kids could be like, oh, that's an ad, I'm skipping this. Do you know how impressive that is at a young age?
Yeah.
Something as simple as this is not even what I'm looking for. And I'm a toddler. We wasn't there, bro.
Nah.
So,
and that's why I said
that's where the generational thing is going. There's going to be changes.
And that's where I'm gonna try to be more open when I'm older. So I'm not like Denzel, not like Denzel Washington, but that I just don't miss. Maybe that I don't miss the next portal that comes out. Like, what am I looking at right now that's in front of me? That's a tool, but it's really a portal. I'm like, oh, that's just a tool that people use, but it's a portal. Think about when TikTok was small, right? Oh, yeah, that's just an app that people use. Tool. I thought it was like, what's the name of that app that everybody was using for music, Terrell? It was like TikTok, but it wasn't. It was an app? It was an app.
That people was using for music?
Like, I thought it was going to be like, I thought TikTok was going to be like Triller.
I did too.
Triller was like for making little mashups and shit. Low-key a tool. I'm going to just make some shit on here, but post it on my gram, post it on my Snapchat.
Yeah.
TikTok ended up being a portal. That just took people to a different level.
Yep. Got people deals with all types of brands that have been around for a long time.
YouTube probably looked like a tool at one point. Like, I'm thinking, what are we looking at right now that's a tool that's really...
And, Brody, that's the one thing.
It.
One thing you got to think about, too, is that a lot of these creative direction positions, you can't have them past a certain age. They like Leo girlfriend type shit. Once you get... Because you'll be out of touch.
You're not,
Think about it. If I'm a Walmart, I have to have youth at some point. That's why it's weird to see the Cheesecake Factory say, not the baby wearing a brown jacket at the verses in the comments. And you're like, what the fuck is Cheesecake Factory doing here?
But they got youth.
They take this youthful approach because if I'm a Walmart, if I'm a Target, if I'm whatever, I got to have a presence on this. Like when TikTok pop, I need to be there.
Yeah.
When this person pop or this thing pop, I need to be there. So... There's even different ways to advertise. Think about it. You know how Super Bowl commercials don't cost as much as they used to.
Super Bowl commercials cost more.
They do cost a lot. But now there's so many different ways to advertise that now I can charge.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah.
Now I can charge.
Y'all know what ruined Super Bowl commercials? The fact that they started dropping them bitches before the Super Bowl. Totally ruined the entire
whole thing, yes.
Like... What's the point? Oh, you can watch all the Super Bowl commercials on YouTube. Why? Y'all just fucked it up.
Right.
I used to take value in saying, oh, I want to go get something to eat. Oh, hold up, I want to see the commercials.
The commercials, yeah.
Nigga, we was sitting in front of the TV for like 2 straight hours before.
Yep.
Because you knew you couldn't even go get a snack until like third quarter when they start rerunning some of the commercials you've seen.
Yep.
That was different. But you're right.
Nowadays, it's like, hey, here's our commercial that's coming out tomorrow. Okay.
Just to wrap that up, I think Denzel, I understand what he's saying, but to the people that rock with us, I think you need to pick your phone up for next week. And like, I think we all need to pick our phone up and change our habits instead of putting it down. Putting it down ain't gonna get us no closer because we're gonna come right back with the same habits.
Yep. I've been really trying to, if y'all want me to, in a moment of transparency, I've been trying to do a lot less Twittering and Instagram. Not even just me tweeting, but in posting. Because it's like,
But
I'm not even
like being on it.
Sometimes I'll wake up at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. And then by the time I say, let me get up and start the day, it's been 2 hours and I've just been checking everything on my phone. That shit to me is like, yo, what did I really get? Because it's not like I'm like, let me check my email You motherfuckers check their email when they wake up. Those are motherfuckers that's living right.
I can check my email in a couple minutes.
And I used to
But
live that
for
life.
some reason, I'm on my fucking Instagram or Twitter for a minute.
Back when I was working, I used to wake up every morning and open Outlook.
But look, I don't want people to think we missing what Denzel was saying. You're talking about exactly what Denzel Washington is talking about too much information. It's so much information for you to see that when you wake up, you can burn through 2 hours. And that's why I feel like I definitely understand what Denzel Washington's saying in that regard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You just gave a clear-cut example of how too much information, there's never a stop. You're never like, all right, I covered everything. You have to make a choice to just stop.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ever look at everybody in line at Chipotle?
No, Terrell.
This bitch ass nigga knows exactly what I'm talking about.
What you talking about?
Everybody in the line is like this.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know what you
saying?
thought. I thought you were talking about everybody looking at the food.
Like that picture of Braun breaking the record with everybody with their phone out.
Yeah.
It's because everybody capture memories different.
Yeah.
Y'all old ass can say, y'all was there and such was. We don't have to do that. We got video. Y'all hating. But at the same time, it's like, that's the number one go-to for people. Oh, I'm in line. Let me just get on my phone. Oh, it's not my turn yet? Oh, okay, wait. I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? So
the info is right there. I'm going to just go and stack info. We stacking info and memories until we gone.
For sure.
Till the 9 is finished. I'm stacking I'm stacking the photos up, the videos.
And I was just banned from Twitter this weekend. I didn't get to talk about that shit, but that shit was therapeutic because I was in read-only mode. They should have banned me for real. They should have not let me use the app, and then I would have really had to figure it out. I was in read-only mode, and that told me about how much I didn't tweet because I'm like, this ain't really terrible. I just can't respond to shit, but I can still see everything.
Yeah.
So, unpopular food opinions. This is going to piss me off. I got an unpopular food opinion for you right now that is not on this list.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A breakfast is better than McDonald's breakfast. Thoughts?
That's false. That's false, and I don't even have to get into how it's false. Pull up the menus.
It's tough to beat that big breakfast platter.
McDonald's, I can get so many different breakfast options. What are we talking about?
That
McDonald's
them
is
chicken minis. Them chicken minis is smoking a lot of what's on that McDonald's menu. I'm sorry. That chicken biscuit is smoking a lot of what's on that menu. Think about it. When the last time you had a McGriddle? It was great. But was it?
I got the option. I got more options. That's how McDonald's is. McDonald's like Fashion Nova.
What does that mean?
Fashion Nova men, Fashion Nova big, Fashion Nova women, Fashion Nova lingerie. We got everything. What you need? As to where Chick-fil-A is like
Fenty
H&M.
Savage.
Chick-fil-A like H&M. Big success, but
quality.
It's that. McDonald's said, you want pancakes? Got you. Hash brown? Got you. Eggs? Got you. Oh, you wanted a fast food breakfast. So you want a chicken biscuit? Got you. Look, you want that bagel joint? Got you. Something bacon? Got you. Oh, you wanted pancakes, but you was looking for a sandwich. So, we got McGriddles. We got that. Oh, you didn't want no type of breakfast like that, something more healthy? Well, we got apple slices. We got some of the best oatmeal that you could ever find. There's no fast food that has better oatmeal. We got oatmeal. We got, bro.
Chick-fil-A got great. Chick-fil-A has the egg white grill. So if you want to do something healthy and you don't want no shit that's going to make you.
We have that.
Y'all don't have no egg white grill, Terrence. Y'all got a McMuffin.
Oh, that's bullshit. So because we call it a McMuffin, we can't.
This comes with a grilled chicken patty.
You can't even
on
get a muffin at this joint.
You get a McMuffin, it's an egg white grill. Comes on a McMuffin. It comes with a grilled chicken patty.
It comes on a what? Talk about using our lingo. Talk about day menu. It comes on a McMuffin.
An English muffin, bitch ass nigga.
Fuck out of here.
I don't know, but that's one that I said.
Why are we debating this right now? We supposed to be
all
getting
right,
into.
You said unpopular food opinions. Go ahead.
I guess that would be okay. Go ahead, rock your shit. Go ahead.
That was the only one I had. I was gonna ask you that on the slide tip. On the look. Anything else? What are we thinking about breakfast? Or
that's crazy. But look, I get it. Them chicken minis definitely undefeated, and they chicken biscuit is fire.
That chicken biscuit's amazing. I used to get that jump with the jelly.
Oh yeah, the strawberry jelly. Okay, let's. We're gonna and for those who might be a little murky on what we're getting ready to do, we're reading through some of the most unpopular food opinions that we found on this Twitter thread. This is going to be completely random. And yeah, we should have some fun going through some of these.
Once we get over the hour 30 mark, I don't give a fuck. Y'all got the pod. Everything else is extra since we ain't doing sports.
People get all right. Let's go.
Look at Shuni.
First thing, right. First things up, it says mayo belongs on burgers and nobody will convince me otherwise. I believe that is a fact.
Mayo on a burger is fire.
Mayo on a burger is tough.
Mm-hmm. Take them fucking
100%, 110% agree with that.
Yeah, 100%. I do too.
Bet.
Take them fucking pickles.
Pickles can rock.
Pickles don't belong on
Pickles
chicken sandwiches or burgers. Sorry.
Burgers on pickles on a burger, I get it. Burgers I don't like it. I get it. Pickles on a chicken sandwich, I still don't understand how that even came about.
You ever been around somebody that said, you want your pickles? And they eat it?
Yeah.
Yo, just a weirdo. Get the fuck from me.
It's like you part reptile or some shit.
Yeah,
Like,
what
why are
fuck is
you
wrong with
enjoying
you?
this taste?
Amphibian. Go ahead.
It says, y'all need to leave picky eaters alone. If I want to order chicken tenders or mac and cheese for myself, why does that bother you? I totally
Says
understand.
the nigga that just shit on everybody for burgers. You better not. You better not. Did you see the top comment on our last podcast? This nigga Terrence ordered chicken fingers. But you shit on niggas that order burgers at a restaurant.
Guess what, nigga? Guess what, nigga? Guess what?
What?
Let's say I order chicken tenders, right?
Mm-hmm.
I order chicken tenders on our date, and I'm sitting here with my girl. You sitting right across from me, right? With you and your girl. When my meal comes, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the chicken tender, bite it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay.
Look, you see this? I'm eating. You, when your fucking sirloin tall tower ass burger come because you said, oh, this one's got special ingredients, it's got onions, and they put them big 2-layer onions on your shit. This is what you gotta do. You gotta take this shit in your hands, and then you gotta bite. And me, my girl, and your girl are all watching you act completely reckless biting into a burger.
Terrence, you're just gonna have to.
And then you're gonna have to.
And what? Get a napkin.
Get a napkin. Man, you should not be big biting into. Oh, you want to take the Squidward bites?
But what if I got a chicken? What if I got a crab cake sandwich?
Terrell, that
Don't I gotta do the same thing?
That ain't a burger.
Oh my God, it doesn't make sense. Let's just move on.
Honestly, you're right. Burger is so backyard. You can go home and make burgers.
You can make chicken tenders and fries from Ore-Ida or Tyson's in the air fryer that you just bought.
A burger to me is different than chicken tenders and fries, and I get it. You know what? The chicken tenders, I get it. For me, it's the fact that you're sitting there eating a burger, you're just reckless and give a fuck about yourself. You're just sitting there. You're sitting there with your two hands on a bun biting.
Like the grease coming down.
The grease coming down. Oh, man. This is good. I'm never coming out with this motherfucker again.
You can't eat a burger around this nigga at a restaurant.
You could, but on your date, you're tripping.
What you supposed to do, fellas, on a date, if you do order a burger, because I've done it, cut your burger in half. Don't listen to people say, oh, you a pussy. You supposed to just pick up your burger and bite it. Etiquette, you don't do that. You cut your burger right down the middle. Let that juice run out of it. Also, we're not going to talk about getting a burger done medium well. That's for niggas that's on a different level of burger. Y'all still getting y'all burgers well done. But I'm just saying, cut that motherfucker down the middle.
We're moving on with some unpopular food opinions. This is insane. It says, meal prepping culture is insane because why are you eating 4-day-old chicken and rice?
I 100% agree, and I've tried it, and I beat myself up about it for a long time. Like, yo, you need to meal prep, get you some Tupperware, and I can't even eat the chicken breast I made yesterday morning the next day.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't want it.
This.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
It is just as hard as the actual working out.
It is.
Like, it's just as hard as getting 225 up. Getting that chicken down day 4, you sitting there chewing with the breaths.
No bull.
You know you going through it. You
Yeah.
just trying to finish. I got to get it.
And
So
you
I
know
can
what,
just,
y'all? A lot of the recipes that you'll see for a lot of people that meal prep be for people that they don't even be seasoning their food. If you know what I mean. It'd be like the most blandest chicken and rice and that's it. Trust me, you do not have to do that. There's much more creative options.
This is one that has a lot of retweets. It says some foods are not meant to be reheated, and once you put them in the fridge, they are unsalvageable.
Man, that's a fact. Let me think of one.
Some foods are not meant to be reheated, and once you put them in the fridge, they are unsalvageable. Like what?
Steak, 100%. Like for me, with a steak, if you like your steak medium and then let's say you microwave it for 2 minutes, you're like cooking it. It's going to be tougher.
Yeah, like somebody just said eggs. Like you make eggs, and once you,
if you don't eat them, we throwing them away.
Then it's done. You can't freeze them.
Mm-hmm.
People are talking about French fries. There's no really bringing those back.
No, French fries, tostones. If they not
air fryer,
okay,
you're gonna have fucked up body in the future. But
I guess you can bring your fries kind of back in an air fryer.
Yep, everybody's saying fries, but y'all just be air frying anything I see. Yep, but
people call them chips over in UK.
In the UK, you call them chips. So I'm gonna have a big sirloin burger and chips.
Man, we should have just did the what's name.
This one is a little.
Terrence, just read it. You going too slow. Let's go.
It says princess parts straight out of the shower isn't necessarily the best way to eat them. They just need a little bit of that lived-in flavor. That's summer salt season.
What?
I just realized that I'm not reading about food. Princess parts. Okay. So you might need to take that out, bro.
Terrence, I don't want to do this. Different. This is becoming a nightmare.
It's not bad. The bad thing is I'm trying to scroll and find the tweets that have.
You should have. This is it. He's not. The dude is not prepared.
They should have did course of action. Chocolate ice cream is an abomination.
Nah, let me tell y'all. I just start fucking with chocolate a lot more. When I had them cupcakes from motherfucking Wegmans.
Chocolate ice cream is fire. You're tripping. The chocolate ice cream with the half and half.
Chocolate ice cream by itself is an L.
Chocolate ice cream is a lot. The flavor is intense.
If you get chocolate and vanilla, like the swirl or Neapolitan, chocolate is like banana when it comes to ice cream. You just take over.
It does, but I love chocolate ice cream. It was my favorite growing up. All right, look, it says you real big and nasty if you still like childhood snacks, honey buns, Twinkies, Debbie's, brownies, zebra cakes, and all that other nasty shit.
You're tripping.
Man, you're reckless. You're definitely right about if you think they're being reckless, but
I will fuck up some Twinkies. My girl bought a box of ho-hos. I stayed away from them joints.
I'm the guy that's not going to fuck with it until the opportunity hits me in my face. Like, look, I can walk past Twinkies and zebra cakes and all that shit all day in the grocery store, but let me be somebody somewhere and then somebody says, okay, so all we got to give y'all is zebra cakes. I'm 100% getting one.
I'm taking them both down.
Yeah. Or if somebody says, hey, I don't want this. You want this zebra cake?
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to stack them, look, 1 and 2, and then look, a big bite.
Nah. He going to go crazy. That's how you look eating the burger in the restaurant. Y'all heard what he said? I'm a big biter. That's how y'all be with what Shorty said in front of you. Tripping. The fact that you just had to say pause is crazy.
Hey, look, this is the world we live in.
I'm not going to talk about vegans.
I don't make the rules. Do I have an unpopular food opinion? Avocado is great with other things, but if you just eat avocado on toast, I don't see how you do it. You got to douse that motherfucker in 1,000 pounds of salt and other shit before it's tasty.
Somebody said putting ketchup in your rice or eggs. Putting ketchup in your eggs or rice is so greedy and horrific.
I know people that do that. I know people that put ketchup on rice.
Ketchup on eggs.
And eggs.
I can do ketchup on eggs.
I can't do it. It's too. I don't like my eggs to be cooked too well. Does that make sense? I like my egg to have a little glossiness to it. You know, I add a lot of butter and cheese. I like my egg and a little milk. I don't like my egg to be too hard. You ever seen that picture? It was like how eggs are supposed to look, and it was like y'all eggs, and it was like how dad make. You know how dad
them joints
be real fried and brown.
Yeah,
I don't like my eggs like that. So if I add ketchup to it, it's just gonna take away from them.
And what's funny is I can eat eggs like that because dad made them that way.
Yeah, when we
motherfucker burnt them. When I first started eating like the eggs that weren't well done,
you was an adult, yeah.
And it threw me off, kinda. Damn, I should have saved some of these joints.
Let's run through some of the course of actions that I had, because I only had a few. We might as well knock them out today.
Hey, look. Okay, well,
Still
don't just start it. Like, all right, y'all. That's the end of reading through some of the unpopular food joints. We really did not have them prepared. We had a thread. The thread didn't help us out like we thought, but maybe we can be a little bit more prepared for this here. Maybe another time.
This motherfucker came across a Twitter thread, saved it, and said, I'm going to read this. Never read anything in it.
Never went through and selected it, no.
Idiot. All right, bet. I got a couple course of actions, right? This is one that I got from a supporter of ours. Shout out to, I think his name is something Franco. Shout out to you, Frank. Frank A., he says, you with your girl at a concert, and your girl gets called up to the stage, and the artist starts singing to her and dancing on her. What's your next course of action?
My girl went to a concert.
You and your girl at a concert together, right? My man C Breezy, right? Y'all at the UK tour, because he just sold that out. Since y'all said he couldn't. I saw that. But you and your girl at the C Breezy concert, right? He's doing How Me High I'm Supposed to Breathe With No Air. You know the part, the little down part? Mm-hmm. He sees your girl. Look, tells his security guard, I want her. This big Debo nigga comes and says, come with me. Your girl goes up there.
What could I do, Terrell?
And then he hit her with the, I'm here alone, don't want to leave. What you gonna do?
You gotta pull your phone out and record everything.
What, for advice?
For
For
later.
evidence?
Because later when you bringing that shit up, you don't need to be thinking nothing. You need to have every single piece of evidence. So if she go grabbing or do some shit with her eyes, you could be like, what was you looking at right here? What was you looking at? And I got my hand on the scrubber part of it, and I'm moving the video slow. What was you thinking right there when your head turned? What can you do?
I'm such a fan of the nigga. I'm going to be behind the camera like, man, I'm supposed to
If Breezy, look, if I'm at the me and my girl at the Breezy concert and he point to her, I'm gonna just get in the way and act like he was pointing to me. Me? He gonna have to be like, and I'm gonna be like, me? Not her.
Nah, but honestly, that is a fucked up situation. But honestly, you just gotta take that on the chin, fellas, and just hope your girl don't just go backstage with the niggas, or it's not on no Janet Jackson type shit.
Right, she don't come right back down the steps. She go to the back. Hold on, wait. Oh, no.
You standing there with her jacket. You standing there with her jacket and bag.
Right, I'm standing there with her jacket and purse.
That would be the most embarrassing shit ever.
It would be, but did you see the video of that white boy? Did you see the video of that white boy? He was standing behind this girl, and the other dude was like, he's like a rocker white dude. He's all up on his girl. He's like, what song do you think we should play next? You didn't see that video?
No, I didn't.
No, that video was horrible because the dude is standing behind his girl like this, but his girl is like in his arms on the gate. And apparently he was a big fan. He was like, I heard you were a big fan. And he's like, he was literally in this dude's girl's face for real, but he's standing right behind. He's like, what song do you think we should do next? She said we should do this. You know what? I'm like, you know what? I'm not rocking with this shit.
You just got to clutch his ass. Clutch his ass when the mic, the mic drop,
Right. If you don't back your fucking, whatever.
Back the fuck up.
That's a funny thing. Like, what if you had the opportunity to get, like, say your girl, like,
My girl loves The Weeknd.
Like, say a girl like Lucky Day, right? Love Lucky Day. And you get the opportunity to get Lucky Day to sing for your girl. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you get that opportunity, would you take it?
100%.
I think I've asked you this before.
Not yet. My girl loves The Weeknd. Like, she's a big Weeknd fan. If I could get The Weeknd to come out and sing anything from his discography at an event that we at, or if I was to propose to her and had The Weeknd there, dog, that'd be dope.
That'd be dope. That's why Terrell's right. It really depends on your girl. Me, I just don't want to do that. I'm sorry. What if she get like I don't, you know?
If it's your girl's crush, I mean, I get it. But bro, she ain't gonna leave you for that. She ain't gonna leave. Look.
I'd rather get random bruh to sing. Somebody that's random and he just singing.
Get him to sing your favorite.
That's my cousin Elroy right there. That's my cousin Elroy. He been singing for 38 years.
Yeah, he don't sound like The Weeknd.
Yeah, he ain't gonna sound like The Weeknd, but he can get up there. I have one course of action, right?
Okay.
Your girl said, and I didn't have one just because we didn't know if we was gonna bring it back for this week.
Nah, for sure, yeah.
Because we were saying that we shouldn't, but I'm glad we actually doing some of them. Your girl said she getting her hair done, right? And she comes home with the Jennifer Hudson Super Bowl cut joint. This joint. If you looking at the visual podcast. The Jennifer Hudson bowl cut. She looked
Chance, there's probably somebody that's watching this
The
podcast.
Janet Jackson bowl cut. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Chance, there's probably somebody watching this podcast that has a haircut.
If you got your hair like this, this gonna be a real good part of the podcast for you. This. Your girl come home with that cut. And I told Terrell, she gonna wanna take pictures. She wanna TikTok. You know y'all getting ready to go on vacay, and this her vacay cut. What's your next course of action? At least for the next
You just gotta
2 weeks.
I'm not gonna ask anything.
What's fucked up? Look, you gonna come home, your girl got the cut. She ain't even show you yet, but you see it and you like, oh shit. She got the bow joint. I forgot she was going to the salon. You say, who the fuck is that in my kitchen?
Chance, this is what get
Oh
niggas.
shit, it's her bum ass in there with that bold cut. I almost didn't even know who the fuck that was.
Chance, this is what get people canceled. Niggas got
Here's
killed.
the funniest thing though. It's gonna happen. Your girl's gonna do some shit that you don't fuck with, or you might not be a fan of, and it's just like,
And you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna bring it up. I don't want to bring up the braids thing. But you know what? I feel like that got blown out of proportion. You ever seen that? It was like when your girl say she gonna get her hair done and she come back with braids.
yeah, people
It's not.
they start saying y'all don't love y'all African
I
roots.
get the cultural
Yeah.
thing, but the men in the room, we got it. You know
We
what
know
I'm
what
saying? We
that's like,
completely
yeah.
understood what that meant.
Yeah.
But I honestly would just not say anything, bro. I'm gonna just rock with it, and then when people ask, I'm gonna be like, she wanted to do that.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. You gotta compliment that shit and then just move. First off, this is what some people say. You know what? I don't like it, but I love her, so I'm gonna compliment it. You over compliment it, right? Oh, you look here, your hair looks beautiful. Then you hear her talking to her friend, and she say, "Yeah, he loved when I cut my hair like this. I'm gonna start doing this more often." Now you're like, "Oh, damn,
Yeah, nah.
she about to be walking around looking 1929 NFL ready."
No bullshit. She look like a kitten out there.
Honestly, you're right. Go back to the old format. I bet you it's the Kendrick Lamar joint. Go back to the old format. Oh, for the YouTube probably. Put it back on YouTube.
Nah, we probably about to do that
We probably gonna have to do that.
because some people said it was skipping, and I don't want that.
You know how that is.
Patreon, get y'all shit together.
Yeah.
All right, look, last one. You laying there with your girl, right? Or
Yeah.
your lady, significant other, and they say, "Babe, look at this TikTok, babe. TikTok, right?"
Yeah.
And they show you a message. I'm sorry, no. They're showing you a TikTok and a message banner.
Yeah.
Bing. Comes in from a nigga named
Ron.
It says Rodney, work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Rodney, parentheses, work. And he says, okay, bet. See you tomorrow then. What's your next course of action?
The next course of action, this is how you fuck your girl up with, or your significant other with that, right? You see it, and then some of y'all have this instinctually built in. It's easy to do.
Uh-huh.
You just saw the message, right? I just saw the message, right? Who got the message?
You did.
Nah,
I know
well,
she did.
She did.
Well,
right?
well,
Or
yeah.
your significant other did. So there's only one party that's really taken aback, and it's them. There's only one party that really needs to explain, and it's them. The worst thing you need to do, I like what they said. They said, don't raise your voice, raise your actions. Or, what did they say? Don't raise your voice, raise your... Something like that. But bottom line, the worst thing you could do is be like, what the fuck is that? What you need to do is just legit talk about the TikTok like you didn't even see.
Damn.
She showed
But
a
are you
TikTok,
gonna give it?
see it and you say, you know that's crazy, you know where we went there? Because you know what you need to do while you're saying that? You need to be multitasking.
Hey, can't
my
hear
bad.
you, nigga.
My bad.
Get it together. Yeah.
Because you know what you need to do while you're doing that? You need to be multitasking. You need to be talking to them about the TikTok, but you need to be looking them dead in their face. Because you know how you can tell somebody's look.
They
You can
sure-
tell somebody
You can tell when
is
somebody
seeing
should.
if you saw that.
Yeah. 100%.
And then you be like, yo, what the fuck is that?
I'm
Not
at-
even what the fuck, but you know.
I'm asking 100% right away. Who that?
Yeah.
And
Who's
then,
that?
and then I'm looking in your face. I don't give a fuck about this TikTok. But this is the thing. You got to be careful. It's got to be, think about it. Him, that's why I had him say, okay, see you tomorrow then. He could have said, yo, I left those XYZ that we needed for the project for such and such as training on the whatever. So you come back on Thursday, right? She could have said, nah, I'm actually working tomorrow. I'll pick him up. And
Right.
he said, okay, see you tomorrow then.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So she could be completely.
It could be anything.
It could be completely innocent, And you can look like a real insecure nigga if you say, who's Rodney?
I'm not gonna say
that?
shit. I'm just gonna show up at work tomorrow, and when I see Ronnie, I'm gonna say,
Terrence,
"What'd he say? See tomorrow what? What you gonna see tomorrow? What was up?" This nigga gonna say, "What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Who is he?"
you gonna embarrass the fuck out of your girl.
But nah, you're right. That's funny. That's a tricky situation. And you know what? Low key, the person who when your girl get that message, she gotta give it up right now. It low key look funny if your girl don't say nothing about that message. Like if she just try to keep talking about the TikTok and you gotta say, "Yo, what was that?" If if it's me and I get a message like that, I'm gonna say, "Oh, she talking about work." Even though it could look like cap, I guess, but it's like, oh, she talking about work. I know what that looks like, you know?
Nah, and that's the thing. Like when I'm with my girl now, like if I get a message from somebody,
Yeah.
I'll just and I'm showing you a TikTok, I'll just read it because I'm not on no bullshit.
Okay, yeah.
You ain't gonna catch me up. Look, because don't nobody need no extra stress,
Yeah, I don't need it at all.
especially when it's not there. All right, bet. Movie suggestion of the week. My movie suggestion of the week is not a movie, it's a TV show, and I want to give a big shout out to whoever, and please tweet me if you listen to this. But it was a gentleman. Oh, they got a new season of that? Oh, it's the Germany. They doing Too Hot to Handle everywhere now. But big shout out to this dude who told me, he hit me on Twitter and said, "Yo, have you ever seen The Leftovers, HBO?" And I said, "You know what? I never watched that."
Leftovers.
And I started watching. It's called The Leftovers. HBO came out 2014. Man, that joint is insane. One of the best first seasons of a show that I have ever seen. It's literally a show about like a third of the population just disappears. And it's about three years later. So think about it. If a third of the population disappears, you could lose your mom and sister, or just your dad, or just your son. So everybody 3 years later has trauma.
Yeah, so like you wouldn't even know.
So right, but then there's a group of people who think, you know what, we're just gonna just keep on moving, like, you know, those people are, you know, this happened, whatever. But then there's people that don't think that happened. Or they have some type of...
And their family might be somewhere else.
That joint is good. I'm going to just tell you, I'm on season 2. I'm just about done season 2. It's only 3 seasons, but...
Honestly, y'all, I hate to say this, but my movie suggestion of the week is going to be Creed 3. I'm having a Creed weekend because what I'm going to do is watch Creed 2 because I haven't seen Creed 2. I'm going to watch Creed 2.
What?
And then...
You never seen Creed 2?
No, I've never really seen Creed 2 in full. I've seen I think I've seen the beginning. I've seen parts of it. I know what's going to happen, but I want everybody to go out and support that movie. Creed 3, you know, I think a third one is risky. I think doing a second one was risky only because Creed was already like a follow-up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm rocking with Michael B. Jordan tough. You know what I'm saying? We've been following his career for a long time.
100%.
I'm excited to see his directorial debut. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but the movie suggestion I suggest y'all do is get out and go see a movie like Creed 3 that had a big budget. You know, it's something that we can go and see in the movie theaters. It's for us. It's by us. We talk about supporting black films. This looks to be... Creed always been something that we kind of, you know, fuck with. Oh, you know, we got, you know, Creed is what we kind of want more of. I'm rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Majors is a big dog. Tessa Thompson's a big dog. I want to go out and support that. So that's my movie suggestion of the week. Creed 3.
I think that's dope. Yep. And a lot of people don't know Ryan Coogler and Keenan Coogler, his little brother, wrote the script, right? In combination with another guy. Michael B. Jordan is the director, like we said. And watch how Jonathan Majors be spanking him when it comes to this acting shit. He's on a different tier.
And
I feel like he's a future Oscar winner. Like,
100.
And it's not because Michael B. Jordan, right? Not because Michael B. Jordan can act. It's because Jonathan Majors is that.
And I'm going to tell y'all what it is. The way that brother can convey emotion without words. That is like you being super fast in football, or you just having crazy bunnies in basketball. Like, think about it. If I got crazy bunnies in basketball...
Meaning you could jump high for people that don't know.
Meaning I can jump high? Like I can just dunk it? I can play. If when I get the ball and I'm wide open and I can go up and just bang the shit out of it, I don't need to be the best defender. I don't need to be the best shooter. I don't need to have the most size. But I'm dangerous somewhere on this court. And we've seen it happen in the league. And I think his attribute like that is the way he can show emotion.
100%.
Everything else is extra, but his main thing is Kerry Washington's main thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the way that they show that emotion without words. It's a hidden art, but it's very well known in the world of acting.
Yes.
That shit just bleeds past your eyes. You'll be watching something and be like, damn, I don't know why I'm so into this. Pay attention to what they're saying when they're not saying anything.
Yes. Right? If I'm thinking, if I'm confused, if you just said some shit that pissed me off, but I can't say anything and I gotta just you know what? And I'm watching The Leftovers, and Regina King is in the second season.
Regina
And
King is such a baller.
dog, the way she can make her like lip quiver, like when it's like I want to cry, but I'm not gonna cry, but I'm acting. That shit crazy, man.
Remember what we talking about is acting, y'all. When you watching stuff, the other person that's not talking is selling you too. Like, that's why I was having some problem with Snowfall.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching Snowfall and I'm like, the acting isn't bad at all. To me, it's more so like the direction the show is whatever. But like we said, Snowfall came back. It ain't that bad. But definitely you notice when you're watching somebody who's good at it, or when you just kind of watching somebody who's doing it. You know, you can watch two niggas play tennis, and it's like, okay, they play. They actually play. But when Nadal get out there, or Serena, or big level competition, or you know what I'm saying? Once they get out there, it's different. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you get
a fact.
Djokovic out there, it's different.
Cross that net.
It just completely looks different. Like, I've been to a tennis match before, but not this. That's why I say, if you haven't watched Lovecraft Country, man, that is a Jonathan Majors master class. Every single episode he nails.
Nah, yeah, they smoked it.
And Journey Smollett. Journey been a part of like
Courtney
two
Vance.
#1 Netflix films since that. Do you know that? And also
for
remember that Lovecraft Country was 2019.
It was.
2018, 2019. They shot that in 2018, 2017.
Nah, yeah.
That was before the pandemic. The best show to come out before the pandemic. That show fucked us up. It gave us Corona. We never had anything that good before.
No bullshit.
That show was so good that people were trying to bring it back like it didn't end.
Because it was a second script on the table, but if it's not, I'm glad they didn't do it. It would have done more harm to the joint overall than good, and that's what I keep telling people. But that's gonna wrap for 141. Big shout out to everybody that's watching via YouTube. And if you are watching, please hit the subscribe button. You know,
No sports?
I don't have anything for sports. Do you?
I guess I don't really have anything for sports. I had the Ja Morant situation, but that really wasn't
That wasn't really sports.
I don't know why I thought I just heard that joint turn off. But that wasn't really sports.
You want to talk about Ja real quick?
We don't have to. I mean, it's the same thing that we always been saying. You know what I'm saying? About how, you know what I'm saying? Ja he definitely has to fight an image that he has now. Because now anybody comes out and says anything about Ja Morant,
Yeah.
it's going to get national coverage. Ja Morant cursed at me and my son. Wow, Ja Morant's trying to be this gangster. Now that he has a reputation of that,
Yep.
I'm watching Skip and Shannon, and they talking about this lady that's pressing charges on Ja Morant, this teenager situation. And I think it was Skip Bayless that said when people looked into the lady, she done got like mad time she pressed charges, and the charges get dropped, where she done pressed charges against the state. Like, she done pressed, you know how people just.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it kind of looked like, all right, like, when I see somebody like Shannon Sharp saying, Josh trying to be something that he's not, I'm like, yeah, but are we also making Josh something that he's not?
I think,
You know?
yeah. And I think two things are true. I think both. I think now that he's made this bed for himself, people are going to associate anything with him or his camp in the same manner to which you created.
Yeah.
Nobody told y'all to do the whole. Nobody told you to get on Twitter and start talking about it's free to feel how hollows feel, and this shit that they talking about with the Pacers, with the red beams and the switches and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's some shit that you kind of made. So now I did feel like, all right, the situation in the finish line with apparently his mom, where he's like, tell me what time he get off. They could have stretched this
Yeah.
And this could not even really be a big deal, but it's kind of like you said, it's one of them things that now he got to deal with because
I just think the way that they're saying he's trying to be something he's not. Like, you made it out of that. You made it out of that. It just looks like they're trying to get him to forget where he came from. And in some places, for me, I'm like, all right, yeah, but like, are y'all saying that he got out of that? Or like, if I'm hoping that this stuff is really happening, you know?
and it's not.
Because we don't really know too much. Everybody's talking about it, but they're saying, well, we don't really know. Well, we don't really know. We just reading this article. And I'm like, all right, bet. This article getting attention, though. And this article going to be my reputation.
Nah,
So,
for real.
Y'all shedding light on it makes it look like I really did it. And that's why I'm like, yo, if Ja Morant was hanging around the wrong crowd, you know what I'm saying? It could be where he came from or who he chooses to support.
Yeah. It's like when Chris Brown grew up and got with the Bloods, and this nigga now all of a sudden he's Suwoo.
That's
You know?
my yeah. I mean, yeah, but like also it's just like if let's say he did come from a decent part of Memphis, right? But now he connected with the Memphis, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
Part that's and he probably kind of working with the community. You get close to your community, and that is the community. So somebody like telling him you need to just you know you got this opportunity so you can get away from people, but you trying to be gangster. All right.
He's from South Carolina. I don't know where. But, I mean, hey, we don't know. I mean, I guess we don't know, but I mean, at this point, I think people are holding him accountable because of how much money you have and your ability to change lives.
Yeah.
As opposed to doing this run up like your mom's at the finish line. My question is, why is your mother at the finish line? You know what I'm saying? Why is she even in there?
But like
my question would be, what's going on? Now, number one, I get it. Like, if somebody disrespect your mom, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not coming up. If somebody in a store, an employee disrespect and I come up there, I'm coming for your job. I'm not coming up there on no rah-rah shit. I'm not trying to fight you at all. You won't work here. I'm going to change your life in that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people would say, look, people would say that was the more, oh, he tried to be corporate correct, or he tried. People would think that's the soft route to go.
Yeah.
I guess the tough route is the rah-rah. You know what I'm saying? But to me, that's what we need to get out of. You got to go and fight the nigga that work at the finish.
To me, and also I'm just thinking about the attention that it's going to be. Like, I'm thinking about what's thrown my way. Like, you know how in Black Mirror, the nigga was sitting, he would go to his room in that episode where he rode the bike. Uh-huh. It's called, I think, 50,000 Merits. It's this episode of Black Mirror. It's literally one of my favorite episodes. But remember he was sitting in the room and
50 million merits.
50 million, yeah. It would just pop up. Things would just pop up on the screen and he'd be like,
yep.
That's kind of how I look at this information now. And I'm like, okay, this could be just thrown my way because Ja Morant's in that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like they're not going to show all of the times that Ja Morant gives his shoes away to fans. Or I don't know if y'all remember when those fans like stayed to see Ja or some shit and he didn't see him and he was like, get her info. Made sure she got shoes. Made sure she got like a ball. And when I say shoes, like shoes he signed, got her to the next game, took pictures with him. I follow Ja Morant and I've seen him do great shit. But when he does that, I've noticed it gets looked like gets looked like as a nice thing, but it also gets looked like you're supposed to do that. And then when you have your own personal shit, people, it's not support.
Yeah.
You know, it's you're trying to be a gangster because that's what black people do. Is what it started to look like to me. Like, not that he comes from or is surrounded around certain people. It's like,
but Terrence, a lot of that
you want to be a gangster, and it's like,
a lot of that is based on what Ja does.
What makes me think that there's nothing that makes me think that Ja Morant wants to be a gangster.
This nigga said it's free to feel how hollows feel, Terrence.
So do a million niggas online.
And he said, okay,
so do
but
a million
Terrence,
niggas online that won't
I'm
really
not just
shoot
gonna,
it.
I'm just not gonna. To me, like we said,
because it is free to see how hollows
things
feel.
are true. People could be running this too much, but Ja has turned into a little bit of a monolith.
Man, we haven't seen Ja Morant do anything for real. We just been hearing about what happened. Y'all ever noticed that?
Man,
Okay.
I mean, everybody, that's the thing. Everybody ain't lying. You know, they love to say that. Everybody ain't lying.
That's true. Just like you don't see the rah-rahness from Ja Morant on the court. You don't see, you know what I'm saying? Is it a real problem for the NBA, Ja Morant? Is this a real problem for y'all? Because he doesn't seem to be like that on the court. Y'all got it.
Mm-hmm. I just used that word monolith completely wrong. I don't know what I was trying to say. But that's going to wrap up.
The English majors already tuned out when they heard you say that.
He just called him a fucking...
Just say monolith.
Yeah.
Turning this shit off.
You monolithic, boy. You look like a stone. Hey, look. That's going to wrap it up.
You look like you work at anything something Stone with that jacket on. You look like your name is Stone because you wearing that jacket. You look like your name is Shane.
Terrence,
Fuck out of here, boy.
Look at this man.
You look like you drink 4 Locos and smoke cigarettes. You can't wait for your rock show tonight. This nigga is a death metal, it's a guitarist or some shit. Death metal.
Whatever. Oh damn.
This nigga's dressed like this.
You and your big ass bottle. Hey, look, y'all be safe out there, man. Till next time. That's 141. Gang.